What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Hall of Nerds podcast. I'm Nate.
Brandon.
Oh, God. Who are you?
He said, Andon.
Who are you? One more time?
Brandon.
Okay, there we go.
Is it working? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Stop moving.
Who else we got?
I'm Carson.
I'm Noah.
And we have a very special guest, a reoccurring guest, Payton, a.k.a. Two-turn Tony Stark All-Star Comics is here in the building with us. Or outside the building, actually.
Outside, yes.
He's outside.
Yeah, no. But thanks for having me on, though, guys. I'm pumped.
Yeah, thanks
Yes,
for coming
sir.
on, man. It's going to have a good time today. We're going to start it off with just a couple of questions, a little interview vibe for if you happen to, for some reason, not know who Payton is and what he does. It's time to find out. So I'll start it off with, I know you're a big Captain America fan.
Yeah.
And I personally, I like Captain America, but I haven't read a lot of him. So what would you recommend for me and any other new readers? What should I start with for Captain America?
Okay, so there's actually a really, really good jumping on point for all Captain America. You know, anybody that's never read Captain America. It's called Man Out of Time. It's a 5-issue miniseries by Mark Waid. So that's like I think, kind of universal jumping on point at this time. I think it was came out in 2010, so it kind of modernizes, his origin story and everything because, obviously with Marvel's sliding time scale, at first Cap was only in the ice for 20 years. So now they had to move everything up to where he comes out of the ice and there's actually technology and stuff like that. But that's definitely the jumping on point. And then after that, I would recommend Ed Brubaker and Steve Epting, the Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I got him right here, bro.
Dude, I mean, it's the best run. It's the definitive run on Captain America, and obviously it introduces Bucky Barnes as the Winter Soldier and everything. Completely rewrites the mythos, and it's well worth the read. I think it's 75 issues, but it's worth every single second of it. Yeah.
Does that lead into Death of Captain America?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and Captain America Reborn actually. So it ties directly into Death, and that's the thing too. Is so. During that run is when Civil War happens and Cap gets killed off, and Bucky then takes the role as Captain America. So it was a really cool, kind of passing of the torch, especially considering how that run began. The first arc is actually to deal with the Winter Soldier. So seeing Bucky's transition, 20 some issues later was really cool.
That's dope. Appreciate it. I'm definitely gonna tap in. I've heard a lot of good things about the Brubaker run. And Mark Waid, I love Mark Waid, so I'm definitely gonna be reading.
Who doesn't?
Exactly.
But so those were my two biggest wrecks. So.
Okay. Who else?
This Stu, you want to
go? Yeah, I can go. What is your favorite indie comic book of all time?
What do we count? Okay, let's define indie real quick.
Any Image book, Boom Studios, Dark Horse, any of them, just not Marvel or DC.
I got you. Yeah. It's going to be kind of cliche to say it, but Invincible, you know what I mean? Just because there's just the sheer volume of it, for one, having 144 issues of an indie comic is insane, but it's great throughout the entirety of the thing. You know what I mean? It's probably my favorite indie. If I do want to give a secondary answer too, though, because I like stuff that's a little more short and limited. So I would probably go with Daniel Warren Johnson's Do a Powerbomb. That's
so
also,
peak,
or actually,
it's so gas.
So good, but I might say Murder Falcon instead.
Ooh,
it's one
I'm reading that right now. I'm reading Murder Falcon right now. I'm loving it.
Falcon is, I couldn't believe, because I was just this seems cool. You got this giant anthropomorphic bird guy, and they're fighting monsters and playing heavy metal and drinking beer and driving a van, and I was just it's just appeals to this very stupid dumbass brain of mine. And then by the end of it, I'm sitting there crying my eyes out.
And I feel like Do a Powerbomb is very similar.
Very similar, yeah.
Yeah, it's just pro wrestling.
With Do a Powerbomb, I saw it coming a little more.
Yeah, they opened it up.
But Murder Falcon caught me completely off guard. You
100%.
know, so I will say. So Murder Falcon's just it's 1A and 1B for me. But
I get that. Yeah, no, I'm super excited to finish it. I'm almost
I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I just cried, but I've cried.
I believe it. Yeah, because
I'm not gonna
Daniel Warren Johnson. I read Transformers was my introduction to Daniel Warren Johnson, and then Do a Powerbomb, and then the second I read Do a Powerbomb, it's okay, I need everything Daniel Warren Johnson's ever wrote, and or draw. I need anything if it's his name's on it, I need it.
Yeah, I really love the Ray Bill run. It's really good. I think Payton, you're
Beta Ray Bill. Yes. Yep, that's on my list
because you showed me the ship with was like the whole layout of the ship, and it showed the inside, and it was all Daniel Warren Johnson's art and everything like that. And I was
Dude,
like,
it was insane. Yeah, so like in issue 2 of that Beta Ray Bill arc, or mini series that he did, there's a big two-page like splash, and it is just the inside of Beta Ray Bill's ship Scuttlebutt, but like there's like 300 rooms, and like he has put something in every single room. Like it
That's
looks like he
awesome.
drew that splash page for like a week, which he may have. I don't know. But it's insane. But I mean, the story on that was incredible too. He has a really good like tendency to he incorporates like a lot of wrestling moves in his action, so it's like really cool and fun and dynamic. And his artwork really works with that kind of like dynamic motion. But also like there's a really human, like emotional, like core element to every one of his stories. It's kind of
100%.
buried underneath all of that
Right.
really fun action.
Yep.
And so Beta Ray Bill, Wonder Woman, Dead Earth. Also, I'm just gonna start naming
Daniel Warren Johnson.
books, I guess.
Yep. He's
back home in
one of my
Mississippi,
favorites.
our local strip club was called Scuttlebutts. Thought that was,
There you go. All right.
thought that was some fun.
Pretty familiar with that spot or what?
Yeah, I worked there for a little bit.
There you go. Oh, okay.
Me and Noah's mom.
Oh, all right. All right. Who else got a question?
All my questions are All-Star related, so we can get all the other ones out the way, and then we.
I guess
All-Star.
I got one. What was like your first introduction into superheroes in general?
So the like X-Men animated series or Spider-Man animated series, that was I was born in the mid 90s. I don't want to say early 90s, but 94, I think.
The
counts.
1900s.
Yeah.
No,
We're born in the century.
So I know, right? But no, so I it was on TV all the time, whenever I was growing up. And my mom was, into superheroes and stuff. She had a cousin that like collected comics, and she always thought it was really cool. And so she set me down in front of the TV, like when it was time to watch cartoons. That's what we watched, was X-Men and Spider-Man and stuff, and Batman, the animated series, of course, too.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So that's like my earliest memories are like watching that show.
Dope.
That's sick.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's what's up, Brandon.
Yeah, I just want to talk about All-Star.
Let's do it.
We've all read the first issue.
Yes.
Amazing issue, amazing art.
Awesome.
So
great. Shout out for the lettering as well. I got his
Brandon.
variant.
Yes, Brandon.
But I know you're about to launch the Kickstarter for issue 2, right? It's already launched.
It's launching Monday. I don't know when y'all are releasing, but it's launching this Monday, September 9th. So
Okay. So it'd be the day
Sunday.
after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll launch on
Okay,
Sunday. So yeah, we can have that link down below if anyone wants
please,
to go check out.
please
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So that
Well,
link for the Kickstarter for issue 2 of the Astounding All-Star is going to be down in the description. If you're watching this on Sunday, click on it tomorrow.
Yeah, there you go. Or you can
Yeah.
hit follow. So you can do you can use the link and hit follow the Kickstarter, and when it goes live, it sends you an email. So
Yes.
nice little way of getting notified because apparently, and this is something I'm learning. The fact that the more I've learned about Kickstarter, the more I found out that first Kickstarter we did was just a miracle that we were able to do it, because we did everything wrong. But yeah, so because we didn't do a pre-launch thing and follow the page, because apparently the most important thing you can do is get most of your funding within the first 2 days, and it pushes you up Kickstarter's algorithm, and let's Kickstarter start doing some of the work for you. We had no idea about any of that, so we just went live. They're I've also been told never do it in November and December. We did it the week of Thanksgiving. So everything that they tell you not to do, we did and still got funded. So I'm hoping that this time around it goes a lot smoother and a lot easier. But
100%. Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
Well, then, yes, everyone, if you're watching this right now, if you like comics, I guarantee you're gonna like it. So drop down,
Absolutely.
get the first issue, and then sign up for that Kickstarter for the second issue. Starting tomorrow on Monday if you're watching this on Sunday.
Yeah, and dude, honestly, and I noticed when I did your all show last time, and that's something I've told Brandon, but you all have a great fan base. I mean, you have a great very loyal listenership, and I noticed a bump after I did your all's show.
That's awesome.
In the Kickstarter. You know what I mean? So
That's sick.
Out of all of the podcasts and stuff I did, I think you're all directly correlated to finding new fans more than anybody else's. So big shout out to everybody listening at home.
Yes, seriously.
Yes,
Everyone
sir.
watching,
Our
thank you
fans, our
guys.
listeners.
And let's keep that going for issue 2.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%. Well,
That's awesome.
before we hop into just questions about issue 2, I just want to talk about issue 1 because I feel like it hadn't came out last episode that we did. So we've all read it, and what's everyone's ranking? Because I got a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5.
Yeah,
Unbiased.
Yep.
5 out of 5.
Unbiasedly, it hit all the marks that I like in comic books, especially when it comes to superheroes. I love the person who's going to sacrifice himself for the right to do the right thing. And I mean, yeah, Superman, Flash, all my favorite characters have similar tropes. I love that. The art was fantastic. Truly, I mean,
And
every
you hit all the
page.
points you should hit on a first issue. You know, get them
Agreed.
engaged,
Absolutely.
leave them with a
Exactly.
cliffhanger for the second issue.
Good
Which I've
comedy.
been able to read the second issue now, so
Yeah,
I
me
do it.
too.
Yeah, that cliffhanger. Yeah, I'm excited to see who that is.
Yeah.
But
Well,
there are
I'm
some
excited
things I
for you all
want
to
to
see
talk about.
Yeah.
All-Star's brutal beatdown.
Yeah.
Of that soldier. I remember I texted Payton out right after. I was like, did All-Star mean to kill this dude so brutally?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with that, I will say too, like I am the writer, so I get to dictate whether or not these guys live. They live. They, were maimed pretty bad. There was like an eyeball laying on the ground there, so I mean, he's obviously. But it's funny. He gives this big speech about not killing later in the book.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a thing of it was a way to show that he doesn't understand his powers yet. It was literally day one of him being the superhero in that first issue, which I thought was a cool little concept to go with it, in the first place. But yeah, so he doesn't know his own strength, and he did mangle some dudes pretty badly. That is going to come back up later in the book. That wasn't for nothing either.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
I just
That was my assumption. I was assuming, I was like,
Yeah.
he doesn't understand how strong he is yet.
right.
Yeah, I think the
yeah.
first thing I said after that, I was like, Payton, is this guy dead?
It's like,
I remember
Eyeball
seeing that
popped out
panel and
and
I
his
was like,
hand is literally,
dang,
like,
that dude is
it's like
potatoes.
Batman, He'll give you permanent brain damage, but he won't kill you. It's like,
Right, yeah,
it's
yeah.
He
It's
may
like
never,
the
he
way
may
I
never
look at
walk
it,
again
too.
or be able to read, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, and I wasn't clear enough about this at the end of the book, but that big cliffhanger at the end, that was those guys from earlier that got killed. So like everybody that All-Star left alive ended up getting murdered anyway, so they would have.
Oh.
Okay.
So that was like my fault. I should have had some kind of like clear description,
Oh,
but the prisoner is like speaking in Jordanian. It's got the like, little arrow brackets or whatever to like show it's translated or whatever. And I was like, I should have, which also the entire scene wasn't supposed to be silhouetted. And Julian went with that. And it makes for a cool scene that it also like doesn't clearly depict who it is. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those guys ended up dying anyway. They weren't eyeballless for long.
Well, how did you your villain for the? Because we know your inspirations for the hero. You have your Spider-Man, your Nightwing, your Boy, your inspirations for like the big hulking like.
Yeah, so this is actually something that I talked about with Mac before, and he thought was really cool. And I really hadn't talked about it anywhere else. But for me personally, like I think it's Sam Raimi where I picked this up, but he talked about the villain of your story being like a physical manifestation of the hero's problems, right? And so All-Star's a coming of age story. It's, this 19-year-old kid. It's about growing up and becoming a man. And for me, like when I was a teenager, like one of my biggest concerns was just kind of like not being able to stand out. Like you get a job and like you kind of just, and I don't mean that in like some kind of egotistical or selfish way, but I just mean like, I didn't want to just turn into this like, boring, mundane, like you get a job and then you just kind of repeat the cycle every single day of your life. And like, I guess the fear was like, just assimilating to
society. Yeah.
So the fear was like assimilating to society or whatever. So that's why the assimilator is what he is. He absorbs people into himself as he grows larger. That's really where the idea he comes across as very one note in the book, but there was a lot of like thought into why I wanted that to be what All-Star was facing in his first issue.
That's awesome.
Dope.
Yeah.
No,
I like
yeah.
that.
I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I thought that was a cool little detail, and it made for a fun thing too. Like All-Star is so strong and fast, and it's like, how do you present something for him to like fight that's not, him just beating the hell out of normal people? So
Yeah.
it was like he had to be creative to get around that. So I thought that made for a fun read.
Oh, 100% did. All right. Well, then I'll ask. I don't know. I may be assuming that you can't tell us, but is the person at the end that's unveiled a hero or a villain?
He is a villain.
Okay.
He's not just a villain either. He's like the villain.
Okay, I assumed, but you never know. You never know.
Yeah. So the way I kind of approached it, I wanted to write every single issue to be read on its own. I think that's something that comics miss a lot of, nowadays.
Yeah.
Like grabbing an issue 3 off the shelf, you could be very lost. So I did want them to all kind of be isolated. So like issue 1, issue 2, we're going to have like the villain of that book, but then in the background, we're leading up to this much larger villain who the last 3 issues are going to focus on.
Okay.
But writing those issues to where they can kind of stand on their own is also its own challenge, while it's like kind of facing the same, arc. But I think I think I'm handling it all right now. Obviously that's going to be for you all to judge once they come out. But yeah, that's kind of my thought process with it. But yeah, he is the big bad. I mean, he is the
I'm excited.
All-Star's first arch nemesis.
All right.
And I already know the answer to this, but are there any new characters you can inform the viewers about? Any to expect? Any like sneak peeks on certain characters?
Okay, so for one, we have a new villain of the week. His name is Mirage. That's going to be a bit of a bit in the comic itself, and he's kind of got this. He's this guy who was an inventor that got screwed over on this military contract he was going to have, but he had like these image-inducing technology and stuff, so like holograms and almost shape shifting. You know what I mean? Image appearance changing, but the villain at the end of issue 1 that we kind of tease is going to get a full reveal in this issue. So you're going to see like the overarching villain. You're going to get a full look at him. The design is incredible. Because with like All-Star and this villain, the Spartan, the designs were like I kind of had a loose like image for them, and I let Julian like really weigh in on it. For a lot of the other characters, I completely designed them, but with the Spartan, I was just like, hey, here's what I think. Show me what you come up with, and dude, it looks 10 times better than I could have ever imagined. Like I'm so excited.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
Dude, he looks wicked.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a question unless we're not moving on.
Get it.
So like obviously like All-Star is like I would say like the environment and like the feel of the book is heavily inspired by Invincible, which is dope because I love the very adult aspect of it. And this first issue, I wouldn't say the issue was like dark, but it was very like violent, I guess you could say. I mean, it's got that. Is that an element that you're going to lean towards even more as the story, like the overall story progresses, or is it?
Yeah. So, and it is funny because like there is definitely some Invincible inspiration, but I don't want to go like full tilt, like covered in blood. I don't think that's necessary.
Right.
But I did want to like the way I look at it. I think it's very like Silver Age inspired, like this like very hopeful hero, right? And like he's a true blue, I think what you'd say classic hero trope, an archetype hero. But I did want to have some of the modernize it in the way of having more of the violence and more of the stuff you can do in indie books, and like Invincible did, and kind of set the table with, like you said, like even just the blood being shown on All-Star's fist as he's fighting and stuff, I think is like a way to modernize like a Silver Age, Golden Age kind of inspiration story. So yeah, no, definitely there's a lot of that inspiration with that, but it will get tonally darker issue by issue. So the working title for the first 5 issues is called Solar Eclipse. And star is the sun is a star. So I mean that's kind of the imagery I'm going with there. But yeah, so it's going to get slowly, progressively, tonally darker until the first arc ends. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
God,
Can we expect more Payton cameos on the covers?
I don't know about in the covers. I think we're going to sneak them into the book, maybe.
Into the book? Are you just going to be a reoccurring guy, like this guy in the background and stuff like that?
Yeah, so I kind of thought about, and I need to talk to Julian a little more about it to make sure we're on the same mindset, but I think doing like a Where's Waldo thing with me as a cameo would be funny.
That's a lot of fun.
And kind of do like a Stan Lee, or not even Stan Lee's too in your face about it, but like maybe in like a Bruce Campbell kind of sense, where it's like I'm doing a different job every time you see me in the book.
Dude, that would be so funny, bro.
Yeah, and just be a random background character. I think.
Or if All-Star saving you literally every single time, and you're just the guy who's constantly needing to be saved.
That would be funny too.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, so there's definitely some thought going on there as far as I don't know exactly how we'll pull the trigger with it. Julian's actually like 16 pages through the art, so he's like 2/3 of the way done with the book.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
Love the homage to Amazing Fantasy 15, by the way.
For real, that's so sick.
Yeah,
I appreciate it,
bro.
Yeah, and Action Comics 1 too. A lot of people don't pick up on that.
Yeah, it's kind of both.
Yeah, well, and like that's the thing, and it's funny that like I don't know, like some people I think see it and think it's a little derivative and like being like, oh, he's not trying to be unique or original, but it's not that. I'm not trying to be like all. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's like you're naturally inspired by everything that you enjoy, you know. I mean, and so like like to me, it's like pay tribute to that a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, and kind of like honor it, and like that's how I feel about it. It's not like, oh, I'm not trying to make the next Superman or the next Spider-Man. That's ridiculous, and that's something that can't be done. But yeah, I mean, when there's something that like tonally you can kind of match up with one of those heroes, I was like, let's play tribute to like two of my favorites ever and their first appearances.
Absolutely.
So.
Exactly, and it's like your hero on the cover of your comic doing a pose from a comic book of your favorite hero. Like, it's just a cool thing to see.
Right. And that's the thing is like, I think that people don't understand too, when they like, and it's mostly like just Twitter people, which are the most, you know, miserable humans on earth.
I made it to comic book Twitter recently.
In the world.
Yeah. But yeah, no, Brandon, I saw you on comic book Twitter. I like even debated. I was like, should I tell him or just let him, you know? But no, I mean, yeah, and that's the thing is like, I think people can see it and think it's a little derivative, but they kind of lose the aspect of like, I'm a fan. Like, I'm the biggest fan of comics. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love this stuff, and it's like, imagine you get to write one comic book for your entire life. Like, that's how I looked at it. I was like, I may never get to do this again. I don't know if I'm going to get funded for issue 2. You know what I mean? Like, I think I will, and, you know, I think we'll keep going, but you don't know that. So I was like, if I could do, so I had like literally had like a checklist of like, okay, I get to make one comic for the entirety of my life. What are the things that I want to do? Right. So like big splash page, big double page spread, you know, I want the hero to do this, you know, like stuff like leave on a big cliffhanger, like, you know, so I checked all of these boxes in my head that I wanted to make, like as a fan getting to make a comic. And I think that worked, and that shows, you know.
That's awesome.
I agree.
100%. Yeah.
I also love the back with the All-Stars. Everybody needing help. They fund the Kickstarter.
That's so dope, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, I couldn't do it without you guys. You know what I mean? That's like, I know everybody says stuff like that. Like, you know, every influencer or content creator is like, oh, you all are the reason I'm here. But I mean, I legitimately couldn't do a single thing if it wasn't for all the people that supported it. So yeah, I mean, it's I wish I had like some kind of unlimited bankroll to just make this stuff on my own, but and just put it out there for people. But yeah, no, I can't. You guys are as much a part of the book as I am. You know.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's a super cool touch. I love it. Well, anyone else got any more questions? I have one more, if not.
I don't.
All right. One more. Do you have a favorite panel so far?
Oh, man. God bless.
It could be from issue 2 as well. It could be from issue 2.
This guy.
Yeah.
It could be something else.
Yeah. No, I mean, God, that is a great question.
I have a favorite panel.
I do too, yeah.
Then tell me your all's favorite panel. I really want to hear that.
Mine, it's probably, if it's not the first page is obviously great. I really liked, where is it?
I think there was one more with the.
I'll flip through mine real quick and find it.
At the end, when he's lifting the island, is also another one that I really like at the end here.
Yeah.
With the silhouette of him lifting the island.
This one right here.
Yeah, that panel goes hard. That goes really, really hard.
I remember looking over that and I was like, that's tough. He's just,
that's all Julian on that. I can't even begin to take credit. I was like, he's standing in smoke. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's funny to like see how he takes it, like just some words and makes like one of the most badass images of all time. Yeah. And it's just like, God, like, you know, it's also what's hilarious when like people only credit the writer on the book and be like, oh, this is this by, you know what I mean? Like by this writer. It's like, no, dude, the artist is actually doing a lot more than you realize, you know?
Yes. 100%.
Back Potatoes is also a good character.
What is it now? Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, the full page. And I love the
like spread
to the first panel.
Yeah. I think that maybe my favorite panel, God, I don't know. I love at that 2-page spread, the top right, there's the silhouette with like a red background. And Steve did a lot of that. I was like, that visually, I think was maybe my favorite. That is awesome. Yeah, that color work on that was insane. Steve did a really, really good job with it. But I'm trying to think of a character moment that really and I think it's that half page of the silhouette, like where All-Star's lifting the simulator in the sky. That's probably my favorite. That one is really cool, yeah. Because I guess as a writer, where he's got that little monologue that goes with it, I think is like what would solidify it as my favorite to me.
This one?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that one's awesome.
Love it.
So, but I mean, I think there's something in every issue so far that I've like, you see it come back from the artist and you're just like, wow, that's like, you know what I mean? It amazes you.
I could only imagine. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like I don't know. Especially now that I've made one, like you realize like that, like every comic you read is like a little tiny like a baby miracle. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like it's just because
totally.
they're so, especially the fact that these companies get these things out so fast. But like seeing like it go from my pages to Julian's line work to Steve's colors to Braden's lettering to the dealing with the printer, and you know what I mean, like having to ship everything. It's like
Yeah,
holy shit, there's so much work going on by so many people, and the fact these things come out on a month to month basis is actually insane. You know,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I have one more question. So I also got the variant, the Braden variant, which is awesome. Shout out to and Shape Comics.
Yeah, I
But
got it too.
my question was like, is there a like specific variant artist you would love to have on issue 2? Like if you could pick anyone to get a variant cover for issue 2.
well, I mean, come on. I mean, there's always
Alex
No,
Ross.
no budget.
Yeah.
No budget. Just
I mean, I think the dream for me would be like a DNA color bleed.
Ooh,
I think that's
yeah.
like that is like All Star like standing there with like a all blue or all yellow background.
That
You know, would be
awesome.
yeah. I think that's probably like the one, but obviously Dan Mora. I also,
Yeah.
which I mean, there's an outside looking in chance on this, and it wouldn't be for issue 2. But I'm going to message Sanford Green and see if maybe we can't get something worked out for maybe issue 3.
Dude.
Just because I had a really, really positive interaction with him and stuff, and he's a legend. His stuff is insane, and he'll probably tell me no, but I'm gonna try. You know,
You
Yeah,
never know if
no,
you don't ask, you know? It's like-
exactly. Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, he was so cool and so supportive. And I don't know if any of you all saw like the post about the whole interaction with him and everything, but
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and he's just like,
He was super cool, dude.
yeah, dude, he was the nicest guy. And
That's
you know,
awesome.
I mean, it's just like it didn't have to be that nice, you know, obviously, because you meet some of these creators and they're just not, you know. But I mean, he was like the coolest dude ever.
That's
he did
awesome.
the Doom one shot, didn't he?
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, and
okay.
to me, now I would say the Ultimates 4 is like competing with it, but to me that Doom one shot was like the book of the year, you know, like but this new issue of Ultimates is like neck and neck
I
with it.
agree.
Really good.
I
Yeah,
agree.
it was fire.
Oh, dude, I was thinking an acetate would be so cool. Like, you know, you have like the star, and then when you put out the acetate, it's like a full, like you said, like a full color bleed of All Star.
Yeah,
That would be dope.
that would be
I love
sick.
acetate covers so much.
I do too, but I think for indie printing, that's a nightmare to get.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
You know what I
The
mean? Like,
plastic and
yeah. Dude, I it was a nightmare getting variants made in general. I couldn't believe that they gave us that hard of a time with it. So, like, placing your order for whoever, like, you know, the company I don't want to like throw them under the bus or anything, but the company we worked with on printing, like we had like I ordered 1,000 issue once, right? And at 1,000, you get each book for like $1.50. And I was like, okay, and I want like 250 of this variant and 250 of this variant. And they're like, oh, well, those are separate orders. And I was like, no, it's all the same book.
It's all the same book.
It was like the same book, just different cover. I was like, you're gonna have to, you know, change one panel, and then you'll have to fire the press back up. And they're like, no, we can't do that. They're like, you'll have to pay whatever order you set it. So like at 250 and 250, it's like you're paying like $5 a book. So you're paying more for less books. And I was just like, I can't afford to do that, you know. And they're like, oh, you know, tough titties. I was like, okay, well, yeah.
That is
So
unfortunate.
yeah, it was very unfortunate. So I couldn't imagine what kind of nightmare getting an acetate made would be.
Yeah, foil.
Yeah,
or
because
something.
I'm sure you have to do like a special like print set because it's like
Have
it's
to,
plastic. Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to. It's funny too. You can't even find out. Like I've looked, you can't figure out who's printing Marvel or DC's books. They won't like it's not online. It's not available information.
Damn, they're gatekeeping.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, speaking of Ultimates 4, since we've all have read that, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
We can talk about it because that issue was
fantastic.
10 out of 10
It was
comic book.
fantastic.
10
Yeah,
out of 10.
I reread it like 4
the
times.
storytelling,
Yeah,
like each
bro.
panel being a different like time
So
Did you
period.
guys-
sick. So sick.
Did you like all reread it by the panels? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I did. So I went back.
Well, the
and
first
so
time I read it, I did it normal, but yeah.
Well, yeah, same. And then I reread it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've read it 5 times now.
Yeah, so I read it like
yeah.
3-4 times, something like that.
So I did the full read, you know, like standard, like left to right, top to bottom, whatever. And then I went in panel by panel and read it like that.
Yeah,
and it
like
works as a
the
linear
top
story.
panels and then the
Yeah.
second panels, third panels. Yeah.
So it's like it's like non-linear storytelling and then 4 linear stories, and it's like
Yes.
really really cool to like. That's so creative, and
I loved
mean,
it. Yeah.
and I don't know, is it? I always say Denise Camp. I don't know if it's Dennis. It was a Z.
I've
or
always been saying
Denise.
Dennis, but I guess I never really thought about it like that.
I don't know. And I also thought like Denis Villeneuve. Like I thought his name was Dennis Villeneuve. So I mean, obviously I'm not the guy to ask. But
speaking of that, that covers one of the covers of the year for me. Like with the Doom mask and the mice that
Yeah.
have like the different
the cover
Someone
art,
screenshot Brandon. Someone that was watching this though, screenshot Brandon.
Yeah,
that was
screenshot
hilarious.
Brandon, bro.
Yeah.
He looked like
They
he
didn't
was
even
choking
show
on
me
orange
Brandon.
or something.
He was just completely frozen again.
Yeah.
Oh, we back?
Oh yeah, no, we've been able to
good.
hear you this whole
Yeah, we
time.
able to
Yeah,
hear
you've
you
been
just
here
If
the
we
whole
could
time.
see you,
That
I
would
don't
be
know.
yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, for
But
those
yeah,
not
no,
wondering about that cover,
yeah,
It's amazing.
It's
Facts,
amazing.
dude.
I don't know, I can't remember who the artist was that did it, but have you all seen the one where like Doom, it's like a side profile and he's pulling his mask off, but the cloak off, and the cloak is like the maker on the back of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I haven't seen that. I'm gonna look that up.
What do you guys?
It's my favorite of those covers.
Do you guys think that Doom is gonna be able to do it and recreate the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
I would
Yeah,
like to think
got
so.
to, got
Yeah,
to.
I think that he's almost the like main protagonist of the
Yeah.
series now. Even over Tony, I would imagine. But
Yeah.
because I think that's like where all this story culminates, is like the end of whatever, how many ever issue arc, he's planning on this being. I think that's where we end, is with the Fantastic Four coming back.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would be
wow.
really cool.
I'm seeing
Yeah,
that
I
cover
mean, that's
now.
just
That
not-
cover is dope.
and then we get an
Excellent
Ultimate Fantastic Four again.
That'd be dope.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and this time Reed doesn't become a psycho. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously it gave us the maker. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. But I mean,
hate
with
that.
but with how great that issue was, it just makes me so much more excited for absolute Martian Manhunter, because Dennis Camp is writing that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they confirmed that?
I mean, to my knowledge.
Dude, I didn't know that was coming out. That's going to be incredible then.
I don't think it's
Oh
been
my
confirmed,
God.
but it's heavily rumored, and I don't think he would write anything else. But like,
I mean, if it's not fully confirmed, then I'm really hoping it is. To my knowledge,
it's
though, it's
confirmed to
happening.
be on the Absolute Universe. It's just not Martian Manhunter's not confirmed yet. But like, the only other option is that or Aquaman. I feel like he'd do Martian Manhunter over Aquaman.
Yeah, I do too.
Give
I
Aquaman to Philip Kennedy Johnson.
That would be sick.
That would be really epic.
Yeah, that's but I could see him he would do an incredible Martian Manhunter. I didn't know that they were doing an absolute Aquaman either. But yeah, PKJ would be a great choice. Although he's doing Batman and Robin, I don't know how much he's gonna
true.
load the schedule. But
speaking of the Ultimates, are y'all next issue? We're getting Native American Hawkeye, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's really
Design is insane.
Yeah, the
good.
design
is
is
insanely
fire.
good.
I'm glad they're introducing like new characters and characters you're also familiar with. Like America Chavez, in my opinion, just literally came out of nowhere. Like I did not expect that to happen. in issue
Well, I
2.
didn't either, but it's like from a writing aspect, that was really, really cool. I did
Exactly,
yeah.
Yeah.
I did like a very like in-depth kind of breakdown of that issue, but like the Ultimates, like just even comparing this Ultimates universe to that original Ultimates universe, and like kind of seeing how like writers and creatives, and I guess even maybe as a company, feels about like America, in that
Mhm.
early 2000s, like post 9/11 world to now. You know what I mean? Like
Totally.
it's really, really cool to see the shift in between the two. But yeah, I mean, them attacking the White House with Molotov cocktails to save America was
Yeah.
really, really cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought that was really good writing. But yeah, even like She-Hulk, I thought She-Hulk was awesome.
Yeah.
So
Really
awesome.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
I
added
can't
a lot
wait
more
to see
like
of her.
a lot more to characters that like could use more. Like
Yeah.
I feel
Definitely.
Yeah, and I, even too, like in tying it to kind of real world things, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, like and like these test sites and stuff, and even I think that like what he was saying with that issue and like I mean, just the mistreatment I think of Hawaii citizens from the mainland, United States,
Totally.
I think is kind of underwritten in that book. So, yeah, no, there's been a lot of really cool stuff going on with the Ultimates. I mean, Denise Camp obviously is, I think, solidifying himself as one of the greatest comic writers working right now,
Oh, yeah,
and
he's
I got to
doing
read
amazing.
I now got to read 20th Century Man, because that was like the book that got him these jobs with the big companies. So that's
Yeah, I need to read that
I'm
too.
sure that's
I've
incredible.
been meaning to read that. But I mean, with how fantastic Ultimates 4 was, I still don't think it was my book of the week, unfortunately.
I think I know what your book of the week was.
I know what my book.
Rook Exodus.
Yeah.
Rook Exodus.
Not Absolute Power.
Nah, dude. I mean,
Absolute Power
there was a lot of heat this
really
week,
good,
but
but
Rook
Rook
Exodus
Exodus
Rook
was so good.
Rook
I'm obsessed
continues
with
to
it.
be, yeah, dude.
I'm obsessed with it. It's just ever since that first issue came out, it's been
absolutely
I've been
fantastic.
absolutely
14
obsessed
of them
with
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Dude,
You know, it's my favorite ongoing right now.
Facts.
And that issue is just wow.
Dude, I'm unwell that it ends next issue. I'm unwell.
I
It's just
think
this
it'll-
arc. It's just this arc. Yeah, it's
I
just
know,
this
but
arc.
like I don't want to.
But there's no like, yeah, there's nothing else.
Yeah, I think
after issue
it'll-
6 announced.
I think it'll restart like next year, like 2025. I think it'll
Yeah.
get a volume 2.
Probably early 2025, which
Yeah.
sucks. But
Yeah, it
I'll
does
wait as
suck.
long. Jason
Yeah.
Fabok takes a long time, and that's okay. I'll wait. I'll wait as
for
long as he
perfection.
needs. Yeah,
I'll wait
I'll
for
wait.
perfection, bro.
But Absolute Power was really
It
good.
was gas.
I did enjoy
It was
it.
gas. It was gas.
Yeah, no, I've
Y'all
been liking it.
sleeping
It's just
on
crazy
that.
that there's only one more issue.
For
Yeah,
real.
bro,
I don't
I
know
keep
what
forgetting
they're
it's only
squeeze
five.
I'm
all
worried.
that.
I'm worried that it's going to be another good event by DC and then an extremely rushed and mid finale. I feel like that's just what they've been doing
I don't
recently.
know.
So I'm worried.
I personally think Barry's gonna die, and
Of
in
course.
something very soon, bruh.
I
That's
could
kind of
see
his whole
that.
shtick, right? Like,
Yeah.
But see, that's my thing is that's why I thought they were going to until they said that. They literally said they're like, oh, you're gonna do what you always do and sacrifice yourself to save the world. Once they said that, I was like, okay, then they're not killing him. Like that's
right,
just
they're
too.
not actually going to
Yeah,
go.
that's too on
the nose.
That's
yeah.
why I think he's
Exactly.
going to die, but he's not gonna die. You see what I'm saying? Like, they
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
yeah.
gonna die.
Yeah.
I could
He's
see
gonna end
something
up
like
somewhere
that.
That's
else.
like even in 1 Minute War, that's what I thought was so funny. It's like
Yeah.
they were like Barry was like, trust me, if I could have ran back in time, I would have already done it. You know, like, it's like
But
there was
He
sucking
even
up all the
acknowledged that
skateboards.
he wouldn't mind messing up the time
Well,
stream.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He was like, yeah, that's kind of my whole thing. You know,
When we were talking about it, Brandon, and we were talking about how no one's ever gone past the source wall. What if Barry is like the first person to go
Runs
past the
past the
source
source
wall?
wall.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I don't think the absolute universe is going to be within
I don't think so
Universe.
either. I think it's
first.
outside.
I think he's going to run past the source wall and end up in the absolute, and that's going to break the source, creating like connecting all these multiverses, allowing it to be a bigger multiverse.
and then they'll have a DC Marvel amalgam universe next year.
Maybe,
No, I'm just
but
fucking, but I don't know.
but no,
Uh,
this is why there's so many Elseworlds coming out of the next, because like it's like, where are these Earths at? We only have
Yeah.
52 Earths.
Mhm.
Has to
Well, we
have-
don't have 52 Earths because
Yeah,
it
after
a Death Metal and Dark
Oh,
Crisis restored the Infinite.
Infinite Unity. Yeah,
I got told that. I totally forgot about that.
yeah, no, Dark Crisis did like reset the Infinite Earths,
Yeah.
you know, so
You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
but I don't know. The
Yeah.
source wall's still there. I gotta say, guys, personally, I mean, like from a writing standpoint, I hate the source wall. I don't want them to. I think it's too meta. I don't
Yeah,
want.
I can understand that.
because they never know how powerful the source wall is. Sometimes it's like in No Justice, it was just a prison for like Titans and stuff like that, free universe Titans. Same with like
Yeah.
Perpetua, it just held Perpetua. But then in Green Lantern, it's just like this mythical wall that like if you touch, you get absorbed into it and you become one with the source wall. And it's like it feels like they never know like the degree of like
what it
importance,
is.
yeah, of what the source wall is. The only thing I've been able to like formulate is it just separates every multiverse from each other. That's all I got. So would
And
it
that- and
Marvel
that should
technically
be-
happen?
Yeah, Marvel should be outside of that source wall, like
Yeah.
in its
Yeah.
own. You know,
And
what I
they
mean?
have
Its
their own.
Yeah.
Would they not have their own source wall?
If that's what it is, then yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I mean, that's the
Something
thing
like
is
that.
that I don't think they have like a clear parameter of what it's supposed to be. I will say this with the whole All In initiative, with Scott and Josh like Williamson being the head of it, and they're kind of like got the creative direction locked down, what they want to do. Maybe they could give a little like a more clear definition of what's going on. Because also like they seem to really lean into the whole like every universe is predicated on Superman. Like every multiverse like it exists off of Superman energy, right? Which is like a doomsday clock / rebirth kind of idea.
Yeah.
But like then also other universes don't seem to apply to that rule at all. And so I don't know. I guess they're like re pushing that forward because that's their whole thing is like this new absolute universe is based off of dark side energy as
Which
opposed
is the
to Superman
coolest
energy.
thing ever.
Yeah,
Which-
it's the coolest thing ever. But then also every time I talk about it, people are like, "What the fuck is this guy talking about?"
Yeah, it kind of doesn't
I
make
really
sense. You know,
think we're
like it's interesting.
I
Yeah.
really think this is all set up for Absolute Crisis. Like it's going to be Darkseid leading his army of the Absolute Universe against like the main universe, and we're going to get like Absolute Superman versus regular. It's going to be like Secret Wars essentially, but just like a one big battle between those two universes.
I
I
want to
can see
see I want to see a DC Civil War first, like in main continuity.
Dude, yeah.
Ooh, I
They
don't
could
know.
they could definitely be
that's what
going
I would
towards
wanna see.
that.
But the thing about DC Civil War is like with Marvel, there's so many characters who would side with the government.
Right, like it's hard in DC.
There's just not a lot of characters that would side with the government.
I completely disagree. I think in Marvel there wasn't a lot of characters beforehand, but Civil War has changed everybody's idea of who would have. And so that's why every time somebody talks about like, oh, DC couldn't do it because they wouldn't like there's some that's in order for a Civil War to work, you're gonna get a lot of your favorite characters written very out of character. That's just how that's
does
what
make
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like dude, like as a Reed Richards fan, I hate what Civil War did to his image. You know what I mean? Like it's completely corrupted what people think about him. And there's a lot. I mean, obviously Tony, even pre-Civil War, was nowhere near what he was post-Civil War.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Post-Civil War, he's just an absolute bastard. You know, a lot of times. But yeah, like I said, it like in order for Civil Wars to work, it turns out they just have to completely disregard everything the character would
off
do.
the top of my head, I can't be more than 3 DC characters genuinely written in character take the government side. Like a lot of people say Jon Stewart, but Jon Stewart's not taking the government side.
Yeah,
even though he was like in the military, he doesn't mean he's automatically.
It's just gonna be Suicide Squad versus Justice League.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
even people like Captain Atom, who has literally worked for the government. If it came down to it, bro is not for the government.
I think he would side on the government.
I would think so too. And then I read freaking Captain Atom, and bro does not rock with the government. They literally manipulated him to work for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, also though, like superhero stories in general, kind of like historically, are about ways to like push back against like the government ideas. You know what I mean? Like so,
100%.
Yeah, I mean, so it just like the actual like criteria of what every one of these heroes are based off of. That's like Ollie. Ollie would be the furthest from
100%,
like, siding with the government ever. You know, I mean, he's like. Ironically enough, like a super liberal, like rich guy, like, I mean, but
I think for a Civil War to work, you would have to put in like the Revolution Act is what split them in Marvel. You'd have to make whatever this is splitting them something that would make people want to side with the government, like the heroes. It couldn't be like a registration act because a lot of
I wouldn't want it to be. I wouldn't want it to be like the same problem.
It would have to be an issue that would literally all the characters. Like they would I don't know about this or
I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, that's what they kind of got to figure out.
Yeah, you also have to have an inciting incident where they like completely butcher a couple of your like favorite C-list characters. Cannonball
when they blew up the
Cannonball mass murdered a bunch of children. I mean, one of the only characters from Kentucky in Marvel. So
Hey, that's tough.
What a way to start an event.
Yeah, I know,
and then
right?
and then they kill Giant Man, and then it's downhill from there.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, Cyborg Thor. That was a lot of. I don't know too. I mean,
that was a choice.
All right, hear me out. Cyborg Superman kills Atom Smasher.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be onto something there.
Yeah, what if they just write Civil War again, but with DC characters?
It's the exact same things.
What if Beast Boy blows up a school?
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Did you just call Beast Boy a C-list character?
I think he did.
I think he did.
So. Well, no, but in Civil War, it was a young like Avengers type group, right?
That's extremely fucked up.
I don't even think it would be called the Young Avengers group. They were like, it was like a handful of characters that had created their own reality TV show based on them going and stopping.
That's such a Beast Boy thing. He literally in Young Justice.
Yeah, but has that ever happened in comics?
No, it's definitely not him. I mean, after getting like shot and then his eye imploded, coming back to life, and then
I still stand by that Beast Boy should have died in either Dark Crisis or Beast World. Yeah,
I agree.
One of the two.
I think he should have died.
Beast World.
To Crisis, yeah, I agree with Crisis.
Agreed.
Yeah. It makes it way more meaningful if he
I
died.
agree. Yeah, and it
but-
would have made like that hospital scene with Nightwing and Donna and Raven like
Oh,
so
yeah.
much more meaningful.
Yeah,
Facts.
I agree.
And it would have
man.
made the resentment between Nightwing and Slade even more.
Exactly.
even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
And no, I mean, and it's funny that they wouldn't commit to that because like, I honestly don't. I mean, honestly, it was just because Tom Taylor wanted to write Titans. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and write the guy, the kids from the show. You know, I mean, that's
Yeah.
all
Which
what
is
it boils down
this
to.
very fair.
He at least
Yeah.
should have kept the eye patch. At least the eye patch added so much like
The iPad
look
was
to
dope.
his
It was a lot of
bro.
swag, bro.
Yeah, it was.
It was dope.
But also comics have this like DC and Marvel especially just can't like let characters stay dead.
Yeah.
It's
Of
like
course,
yeah,
yeah.
they love bringing them back.
And they always will. Yeah.
Yeah, they always will.
But like, I wish they do more
pros
of
and
what they
cons.
did with Barry after Crisis. Like 20 years is a great amount of time for a character to be gone, and then you can bring it back. That's cool. But
Just
like,
don't immediately
5
bring them
years-
back. Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I
1 to
agree.
5 years is not enough time.
Well, I mean, Miss Marvel, that she was dead for like 2 months.
Yeah, for like a week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I
Yeah,
gotta wait
we
20
knew
years
she
for
was
more
going to be
Barry, I'm
alive.
pissed.
So I think they killed her in ASM 26, and I think 2 weeks later they revealed the cover for.
For
Yeah.
the New Mutants or whatever. Or...
No, it was the cover for Tony Stark and Emma Frost wedding, and she was on it.
Oh,
and I was just like,
yeah.
you know, so
You're
like
like,
we all
oh,
knew she was going to come
who's
back
that?
anyway. But I was just like, what the fuck, you know? Like I was like,
It's just
God, she's
Mystique.
not-
That's funny.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
anytime somebody's not supposed to be
Just
there.
another reason Spider-Man's around is trash.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Nate, can you imagine if they killed off Barry for 20 years, bro? We wouldn't get to read any more Barry till we were 45.
Oh, they pretty much have been doing that, bro. He's been
Yeah, bro, he's just not.
Nowhere.
He's nowhere to be found.
Kill him. I don't care.
I agree.
Crazy.
Oh,
No, you're banned. You're banned. That's crazy.
Give me more Wally. I don't know.
Ah.
Yo, got
hey,
plenty of Wally.
give us mullet Wally.
Plenty of Wally.
You
Yeah.
got plenty of Wally, bro.
Give me more absolute Wally.
I'm hyped for
This is what I
Absolute
want.
Wally.
This is
I need
don't know if I
regular
told
Wally
you
to
that-
meet Absolute Wally and be like, all right, you
you got it. He's like, you got it.
It's like you got
This-
so
but
much
Peyton, I
drip,
don't-
bro. I'm done.
I'm curious on what you would think about this, Peyton. For absolute, especially as a Wally fan, though. But for Absolute Flash, how would you feel if they did a powerless Uncle Barry?
I think I would like it. I think I would like it.
Yeah,
I think Barry should
powerless.
end up in the Absolute Universe with no powers and then mentor Wally.
I think it straight up make it an Uncle Ben situation.
Dude, imagine
Kill
that
him.
Wally
Kill
without the headpiece, like with the hair flowing.
Okay,
I
Brandon,
like
the
it now.
only issue with that, like if it's Barry going over there, would he not try to get home? Like
don't
I
have
don't
him go
think he
over
would
there.
just
It's a
like
di- it's a
start
Barry.
a
It's a
new
different Barry.
life, you know? Like I just
Well, he would be trying to get home, but Wally's not powerful enough yet. He's training Wally so he can go home.
that would be cool.
That'd be dope
Yes.
too.
Theory so far, and it's a Jeff Lemire book, so it kind of tracks. But I like the idea that it's Barry, is trapped in the Speed Force basically, and is possessing Wally, and is like it's like he's got Barry in his head.
Oh.
And I think that would be sick.
Like
Because
a
you know that-
firestorm type of thing, like a backdoor.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be really
That
cool.
could be dope.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
That
Especially
kind
with
of
that image had all
honestly,
those people.
yeah, that makes sense with the image of all the heads
Yeah.
too, like
right,
around
and him
Wally.
like grabbing his head, and
Yeah.
you can see a face in the Speed
Wait
Force.
a minute.
And
That
you
would
got
be
a point
dope.
with it being Jeff
Peyton's
Lemire.
cooking,
He likes
Peyton's
to write
cooking.
those like kind of dark.
What to
Yeah.
add on to that theory a little bit, it could also be interesting if like it's Barry and Eobard, because Eobard is like messing with the Speed Force right now, and they both use that Wally as a backdoor
And they're both
to,
running towards the source wall.
to
Like,
try and get out.
That's so
Yeah.
You know, it's-
I'm excited for all the Absolute stuff.
Yeah, I'm too, man. I think it all looks good. I mean, as a Superman fan, admittedly, Absolute Superman is probably
Same.
my least.
Same. It looks too
but
dark.
But I was talking to Jason Aaron a little bit about it at Dragon Con, and I don't know, man. I mean, I think his heart's in the right place.
Okay.
He isn't like approaching it of like, oh, I just want to make Superman dark and edgy. You know, he's
Yeah.
just like, and he's also this like, it's funny because like you think of Jason Aaron, you think of all these like hardcore stories he's written and like these dark stories,
Thor.
and he's like, yeah, but he's
Thor
like
was
the
gas.
softest spoken guy in the world.
He's
And he,
really
like,
nice.
He's super nice, and like he has this like whisper of a voice that you have to lean in to hear. And but yeah,
awesome.
he has this idea of Superman that I think will work. You know what I mean? Like, and his whole pitch with this was like, go back to what Siegel and Schuster were doing originally with Superman, which was like an immigrant allegory. So that's like his like basis for all of this. And I don't know, he's not approaching it of like, yeah, let's just make Superman like smash people's heads off, you know?
Okay, good.
I really
That's good to hear.
the
Now, with that being
cape
said,
is
he
the
might
dust.
also do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Brandon will be hyped, Mr. Injustice lover.
All right.
Bro hates.
I don't
bro
mind
loves
comics
evil
that make
superheroes.
evil Superman as long as it's out of main continuity.
Nah.
And it shouldn't be continuity.
Superman
movie
should never be evil, and I'll stand on that.
Injustice trash. It's garbage.
All right.
Garbage.
Are
Stu, what were you saying,
are
man?
you telling me, hang on, are you telling me if you were tricked into killing your wife and unborn child, you're not crashing out? I'm
not
curious.
Superman.
I
I'm not
asked that
Superman.
exactly.
I'm not
That's my
Superman.
take.
If
That's
you
my
are
take.
Superman in that situation and you got his powers,
I'm
and
Superman. No,
yeah,
I'm
you
not.
kill your wife and unborn child, you're not crashing out.
Look, I agree. if it's
Your
main continuity
city
Superman,
is
different
taken
Superman.
away in a nuke.
Well, okay, time out.
I'm not
time
gonna
out, time
become
out.
a fucking dictator. That's like,
Okay.
come on.
Okay.
Dude, I'm
Here's my
becoming a
thing, here's my
dictator
thing.
before anything happens. As soon as
Here's
I
my
get the
thing.
powers, dog.
Hell no. Hell no.
Here's my
This is
thing. Here's my
this is
thing.
This guy. This guy.
From the story
Built for my
perspective,
empire.
from the story perspective, I get it. But
Nope, I
like
don't.
here I understand where his reaction comes from. Am I saying it's right? No. Superman
Exactly.
is the
I
symbol,
agree with what
the
you're saying.
symbol of hope.
Y'all
agree
were
with what
talking
you're
about
saying.
DC
Yeah.
Civil War. That
Batman.
was DC's attempt
Brandon,
at
take
Civil
that
War.
Superman shirt off.
That's what it was.
Brandon, I'm
Yeah,
gonna show
that's
you.
what-
I'm gonna
yeah,
show
you
you a
gotta
Civil
pop
War.
Take that
I'm gonna show
Superman
you a
shirt
Civil
off.
War, buddy.
Put it
No,
in
No,
the
listen,
I
this was-
agree.
this-
I agree
You
with
know
what
how I
Noah
said
said.
they have to put. You know how I said they have to put something that would split the DC universe side by side. That was what they did with Injustice without ruining all the main continuity characters. You see what I'm saying? They just did
Fair
it out
enough,
of
yeah.
continuity because, like Payton said,
They kind of ruined all the characters, in my opinion. But
did because in Civil War you have to write a lot of people out of character, so they did it in a different universe so they wouldn't ruin the in continuity versions.
I do agree
Boom.
with that, but the problem with that though is that Injustice became, and they couldn't control this, but Injustice became so popular that like to the layman, to the common guy that doesn't like, they just think that's Superman. You know what I
And
mean?
why do
Like,
we blame Tom Taylor for the?
I
general
don't blame
public
Tom
not-
Taylor.
Oh, I'm
I
not
just
blaming
blame
Tom, yeah.
Injustice.
No,
Yeah,
I'm just talking about people. A lot of people who hate on Injustice and like Tom Taylor's Injustice is because of
A lot of
Superman
people that
existed.
hate Tom Taylor hate him because he
See,
wrote Injustice.
Check this out. I absolutely hate Injustice. It's easily my least favorite comic book. I love Tom Taylor.
yeah,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
agree with
I'm
that.
talking
love
about like
Tom
the
Taylor.
general people who hate Tom Taylor, like Stu said, it's for Injustice, and it's because of the way the public perceives Superman. And it's like it's not
But-
his or Injustice's fault that y'all
That's-
don't know this is a
That's
main
not
continuity.
no the thing's fault. That is the video games. That's not even the comic.
Right, yeah,
fault.
yeah.
It's the video
No.
games.
Like,
The video
That's
games
also,
made
though-
those that popular.
But like, what about when Nightwing
mean-
fell on a rock and died?
Didn't like it.
Terrible. Terrible. That is
Didn't
the
like it.
worst.
I
Like,
agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that is
come on.
the biggest.
It's not
Dude,
just
it's
Superman.
hang
I'm not
out
gonna
for
say
the
every
real.
choice in the comics was perfect. I just enjoyed the overall
And then
story.
Damien
And
just
Damien?
decided
Yeah,
to wear
yeah,
bro's
yeah.
suit.
I
Like,
think-
I don't know what that was.
I also
about.
think Barry probably the worst written.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's
I
not
like
even.
it.
It's not just Superman.
Barry,
Yeah.
like Barry was
Wally doesn't even exist in Injustice. I'm pretty sure.
But this is nothing new. Injustice sucks. We can move
Yeah,
on.
he said
Yeah.
we can all agree.
Whatever.
Justice
Yeah, we
sucks.
can
I mean, I don't own it.
What else we
I've
got?
read it, but I don't know.
I
Speaking
do not know
of
that.
favorite characters brawling it out, who's ready for some All-Star verses?
Let's do it.
We're gonna
right.
pick some
What a
characters for
segue.
Peyton's character All-Star to fight, and Peyton has to tell us if All-Star would win.
No,
Is he biased? Possibly. Let's
Possibly.
find out. Y'all got
Alright.
y'all?
I got
Yeah.
mine.
Who's
Peyton.
kicking it off?
Does All-Star beat the Martian Manhunter?
I want to say because John has a exploitable weakness
Mm-hmm.
that he could, but also like I don't know, John, like the telepathy thing makes him his own
Yeah.
beast. You know what I mean? So I would give it to Martian Manhunter. This is one thing you're going to see. I do try to stay very unbiased with these versus battles, mostly
100%.
because I don't care that much. But also like
Yeah.
you know, I mean, some people like that. All their character is to them. It's a power scale. But
That's fair.
you know, I mean, yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, I think that I would think it would be Martian Manhunter because he's bro's OP, but
He
we just
is.
don't see that a lot, you know.
We'll be a
Yes.
little biased for the clickbait.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Um,
yeah, he would.
Stop solos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
stop
so I mean, I
good.
do. Okay, so there is like a thing about these versus battles where like at the end of 5 issues, I could give you a much more definitive answer. I do think at the end of 5 issues that it would easily be All-Star.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that like as a bias. Like I do have a reason for that I can't really reveal right now because it's.
I wonder.
Yeah, it's got to do with you know,
The overall, like,
yeah. So he's got a power developing as the story progresses, but I don't want to give it away before the story gets there.
I don't think we just have.
Okay.
What
You
is
might
it?
have told me this, have you?
I might have told you.
I don't remember, but
okay.
So I'm just going to continue to forget so that I'm like, whoa. When
There you go. Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah, perfect. So there's like a scene in the end of issue 1 where All-Star like gets into like space, upper atmosphere, and his eyes glowing yellow. That's your hint. That's like there's more coming. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Comes all
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well then, I got a good one here.
Mhm.
All-Star versus Black Panther. Who wins?
Ooh. Let's
He's
see.
one of the
I
kings.
don't know.
Of
Black
prep time.
Panther solos the whole Justice League. Can't forget that. So
I mean, I don't know about all that, but
Yeah, no, I know. I get that reference.
You're
No,
Yeah, same.
I would say All-Star from the sense of he could take T'Challa up outer atmosphere, space. You know what I mean? Like, I would say that would be my reasoning for that, the flight. And, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, I don't know if T'Challa's suit, like if he's got oxygen in there. But if he moves like he can lift him or hit him up into the outer atmosphere, like into space, and All-Star survives and he doesn't. Or same, yeah. So that's what I would go with. Same thing with
Fair enough.
underwater. Like All-Star could take him underwater and it would work. So that's
Okay.
my basis for saying All-Star wins.
All right, I like it.
All right, I got a villain.
Okay.
Magneto versus All-Star.
Ooh.
There's a
Magneto's one
zipper
of
on
those
that
that's
jacket.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say. Yeah, I mean, if he's got, but Magneto's also one of those that he's just crazy OP. I mean, the dude like fought Uranus without a heart for like
Yeah.
16 minutes, like just kept himself alive while fighting.
Unbelievable.
It's insane. Yeah. So I mean, I still think All-Star has like ways of just killing him like right away. I do think he could rip his head off if he, you know what I mean, like had to.
Blitz,
Just speed blitzed him and took his head straight off. It just depends, I guess, on how ready Magneto is for the fight.
Yeah.
That's enough.
So is my turn?
Yep.
Your turn.
Does All-Star beat Conquest from Invincible?
Ooh, that's a brutal one.
That's a really, really tough one.
You can use you don't have to tell us, but you can use the power that he is building up if you would like.
I think so. The way I like put it in my head with Viltrumites is like once All-Star has like his full power set, I do think he would beat most Viltrumites. So the Conquest is a different animal.
I was about to say Conquest is that guy though. He is.
Yeah.
What about like current All-Star pre power up?
I think Conquest would smash.
Okay.
I mean, I do.
Dude, that battle that's probably my favorite battle in Invincible.
I think Conquest and Thrag both would probably work him right now. But I want to say that like after the power upgrade, I think All-Star like would beat most of them. But
you think Battle Beast is putting the hands on him too?
Oh yeah, dude. Battle Beast should have killed Thrag. Yeah, I mean,
dude, Battle Beast
agree.
is a freaking animal.
Battle Beast is a beast.
I mean, obviously,
right? Yeah, obviously he's an animal, but
dude, he's
an animal.
Dude, he's an animal. I'm telling you.
Actually, my next one. Speaking of animal, All-Star versus Animal Man.
Ooh,
Buddy Baker.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's funny too. I get a lot of comparison to Animal Man with All-Star as far as like design.
I have a
question
about Animal Man afterwards. Have any of y'all read it by Jeff Lemire? Have any of y'all read Animal Man by Jeff Lemire?
I'm about to start it actually.
No.
Okay. I'm really interested in it, so I was just wanting to know if y'all read it.
The first volume was really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd go All-Star. I think that the Speed Blitz and the just pure strength advantage would probably win. But
okay,
you all feel free to like chip in if you disagree.
Fair enough.
Nate, ask the question.
No, I think I asked it last time. I asked about Flash, and I mean, obviously Barry Allen or Wally doesn't matter. They're crazy. Yeah. But so let's get I want to get a better understanding of his speed. Let's do All-Star versus Quicksilver. Who wins?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I still, well, I mean, Quicksilver doesn't have the like intent, I mean, like the intangibility that comes with the Speed Force or the protection that comes with the Speed Force or any of that stuff. Although apparently, I think Quicksilver has gotten some boosts here.
Apparently, according to
Upgrades.
people, Quicksilver's faster.
Yeah.
What was that,
I
Brandon?
don't know what
Yeah,
that last
well,
little bit
what'd you
was, but-
say?
Quicksilver's faster than the Flash now.
No,
apparently.
not possible.
Nah.
I mean,
But-
I'm not caught up on anything Quicksilver, so he could be. I guess I don't know, but
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure on what the factual information behind that is, but going off of what I know of Quicksilver, I think All-Star would still win. But
okay.
Yeah.
Word.
And regardless of speed, Quicksilver, like he just said, he doesn't have near the abilities that any
Right.
Protection of the
speedster
Speed
does.
Force.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
it's-
But, all right.
again, I
Okay.
could be biased.
This
Of course,
one
yeah, of course.
might have gotten asked last time, but All-Star versus Hulk.
I was thinking about that.
Oh, yeah, I think Hulk would work him pretty quickly. I mean, All-Star like is fast enough and like can fly, so like he can make the fight last a while, But I
Are
do
we
think
talking-
eventually.
Are we talking like lore accurate Hulk?
So
where he
hard
gets
to-
bigger and
it's just so
stronger the
hard
more
to
angry
put
he
Hulk
gets?
down.
That's
you
what I'm
just can't
saying.
put
You
him
just
down.
can't. You
Yeah.
can't. There's nothing you can do with him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's the thing is he's
Like,
gonna
you can
fight
beat him
longer.
up, but he's still gonna be right there.
Right.
Exactly.
And
yes.
and then also the more you hit him, the more you're pissing him off. And like
And then-
I
yeah,
don't think
exactly.
that. Yeah, I don't think that All Star is quite on that level, like where Thor or Hulk or you know what I mean. Like I don't think he could keep that.
Which
going,
that was one of I guess I should have said this when we were talking about the issue, but I really like the fact that you kind of not humanize him in a sense, but when bro hits him with that RPG, he's like, okay, that kind of hurt. That kind of hurt a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
I like
and
that you
that's-
added that aspect.
Yeah, well,
100%.
also I do want to like set the stage a little bit to be like, yeah, now he can be hurt. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
that's the kind
yeah.
of benefit of being in its own universe is like
Yeah.
he doesn't have to scale to whatever. You know what I mean? You don't have to compare him to some other hero and be like, oh, well, so and so would have actually not got hurt by that. But then when All Star fought this guy, then he hurt him. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
make any sense. And it's like, well, guys, none of that actually matters.
He's
But-
not. Sorry, that was the title card. We put the title.
He's not.
Yeah, we can't see you, dog.
Yeah.
We can't see you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I hope you could
Bro's
see me.
moving too much. No, it's
No, I mean, you're there.
Yeah. I can see a general outline.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, so no, I mean I would go with the Hulk, yeah, for sure.
Heck yeah.
Bruce.
What about Batman with prep time? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm kidding.
Don't get that started up.
I'm
But,
kidding.
No, I want to know. I want to know. Batman was perfect.
Oh yeah. I said-
yeah.
Payton, what's your?
No, I mean the All Star for sure. I mean,
Oh.
No, I mean,
don't got no kryptonite to my knowledge.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
he does not.
Yeah.
But also, like I don't know. Batman goes back to the Batcave, and he always comes up with something. That's kind of his whole thing.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
He loses the first
Yeah,
encounter.
yeah.
That's just what
Right.
he does. He loses
Exactly,
the first one.
yeah, which is an insanely good like toy marketing gig as well because he has to build
Mhm.
something new. You know, so he can
Yeah.
make a new Batman toy. But
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
shark
There's actually
propellant.
the previews for Green Lantern issue 15 came out today, I think, and there's going to be some new Batman gear coming soon.
Word.
Oh, dang.
Word.
Yeah.
All right. That's what's
What's
up.
up?
Brandon,
All
you
right,
got
well-
another one?
Teenage superhero. All-Star versus Shazam.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
so really
Throw
cool.
some magic in there, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I would say just like right off the bat, I'd say Shazam probably, because I think Shazam. I mean, this is just could be based off of some dated knowledge. It for sure is. But like I think when I think Shazam, I think him like comparable to Superman. Like
Yeah.
he's not obviously not
Yeah,
to
he's
that
not.
level,
You're
I
right.
agree.
Right.
I agree.
but I mean I think
In the
he's
same
like,
tier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Power-wise,
He's a
okay.
powerhouse.
yeah, I mean Superman, like Superman's whole thing, and like kind of like we're saying, Batman's whole thing is going back to the Batcave and like coming up with something. But Superman's whole thing is rising to whatever he needs to rise to. You know
Yep.
what I mean? So if he needs
100%.
to essentially teleport from one side of the universe to the other because he's so fast, then he can do
He
it.
just
You know, I
will.
mean,
That's
it's
why-
whatever the occasion calls for is what he ends up doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
I think Shazam has the ability to eventually be like one of
Yeah, I
the
think
best
his youth-
superheroes when
His
he
youth
grows
is
up.
something that holds
Yeah,
him back a lot
Right.
too,
Yeah.
of course.
yeah,
I agree.
Definitely.
Honestly, I like Mary Marvel more personally.
Mary-
Over Billy Budd. Over
She's
Billy
I
just-
wonder why.
she's kind of more mature.
All right.
Like she's
I-
just
I can
she's
think of two reasons.
She's more maturely written than Billy is. I think is why I like her more.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I love
the,
Billy.
the
I agree.
maturity aspect, yeah.
That's fair.
That's for sure why Brandon likes her.
Yeah.
She's mature, isn't she?
Part of
She's
the
mature.
Gods was Mary's character arc. Yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, I got a good one here. He's got an interesting set of abilities, and I'm not 100% sure if you've like read up on his current stuff, but All-Star versus Blade, who wins?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah, no, that is interesting as hell. And unfortunately haven't read Brian Hill's Blade, so I don't know. I mean,
he did get some power upgrades in there.
He got quite a few.
Yeah, okay. And I really want to read it. It's like on the top of my like to-do list as far as
I don't want to spoil,
goes.
but just know he got some upgrades.
Yeah, I don't know. Blade's interesting too because I'm really not even sure, how he dies, if he can die. You know what I mean? Like, But I mean, All-Star does. Okay, can I do the thing where I go like to the? Oh, no, that still wouldn't even really matter.
Throw him into the sun.
Yeah, I guess there's that too. Yeah, space is always
you can always
like
just go to space. But
space cards.
It'd be difficult to get a hold of him nowadays. Though.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I mean,
he can turn like intangible.
I don't want to spoil because it's
we can't say.
Yeah,
Blade
would be tough.
He can't turn into a bat. That's not it.
Damn.
Not man bat.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that Blade would probably be tough, but I think All-Star would eventually. Because my thing is, then I loop back around to how does Blade hurt him?
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know if his teeth could penetrate his skin. You know what I mean? I don't think so. But
even if they could, wouldn't it just make All-Star stronger if he was a vampire?
Sure, I don't know.
Yeah, he would just become stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, probably.
But then he wouldn't be able to be outside. He would he wouldn't be able to like.
Yeah, he's not a daywalker like Blade. Yeah. That also, no, I don't think that would work for All-Star. I think that.
But that would depend on where they fight, because in Marvel now,
Oh, with the whole like blood hunt thing. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think that one's probably the toughest one I've had to like ponder on, but I am going to ultimately, it is for sure. I am ultimately going to go with All-Star because of the flight and the whole space and like underwater thing.
Just physical attributes in general.
Right. Yeah. That's going to be, But also, again, guys, could be biased.
Heck yeah.
That's totally fair.
Sweet. Anyone have any more?
I don't have any.
I got one more. All right. I'm just curious on how he'll go up against this kind of power set. All-Star versus John Constantine.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. Every time I talk about John, I learn something new. You know what I mean? Somebody's like, well, actually, John has probability manipulation.
John's crazy.
Spell running nonstop. And I'm just like, all right, guys, I don't,
just like the basic basis understanding.
Right. I mean, but Magic is one of those things. It's like, how do you beat it when you don't have it? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how I always view Magic. So I would give it to John probably just because, again, he's got, and also John, like, I think is just one of those characters that's like, his luck just allows him to win. You know what I mean? Like he's like the luckiest bastard alive. But I would think that would be really cool. It's like to see them go against each other, see a character with magic. Magic though, as a writer, like scares me a little bit.
That's what I was about to ask. Like, we saw like the science aspect of like your books, like how they got their powers. The villains very like a science base. Are we gonna see like magic come into play?
I've got like ideas with it that I think I'd like to do, but like anything that I choose to do with these stories, like, but for one, I'll answer the short term. In the first arc, no, there's not going to be any magic or anything like that. But if it continues and stuff, I've thought about it, but like, it's also like, I need a good narrative reason to weave it in because like part of this is like, you're seeing the world change as, like superheroes come about. And so it's at first very grounded, very science-based, every villain you see is either some kind of science experiment or uses technology or you know what I mean, like, and obviously the world's going to grow and change from there, but like magic then changes everything, right? Like because like magic's always been around, or magic's in another dimension, or you know what I mean. So like I've thought about it, but I don't think I could commit to it right now. I'd have to have a really, really good reason story wise to want to do that, to kind of jack up the whole like lore around the world.
Totally.
And even if you wanted to do magic, you could always do like a abracadabra thing where it's tech-based magic in a way, so you don't have to dive into all the ancient and stuff like that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
And
if
then
you
again,
want
would
like
be
the
cool.
concept of magic.
Yeah. So there is kind of a little bit of that in this book that coming out, the issue
Okay.
2. Like you're going to see a little bit of like tech being used as for illusions and stuff like that. So
Heck yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
All right, looking forward to it. Well, boom.
What are we diving into?
Where am I?
Look at this guy.
Oh,
This guy.
All right.
I don't know where you are, Brandon. I can't see you.
Oh, well, good, because you have to guess where I'm at. I have a location in my head for you, so that's 5 questions apiece, 20 questions. Shout out 50 Cent.
True.
That's 21 questions. But anyway, Payton, you want to kick it off?
Okay. Are you? Hold on. I got to remember the rules for this game.
Yes or no?
Just
question.
yes or no question.
Yes or no? Okay. So, does Bruce Wayne have access to this place?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like, what do you mean by access? Like, could he just walk in?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I guess doesn't really help because that could just be a public place. Like if Niagara Falls, like you could go there.
But okay, but I guess it's in the DC universe then. So let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, that wasn't
Yeah, I know. I'm just if Bruce
I got
can
you.
go
No,
there.
I said
yeah,
yes, then I realized that wasn't a question.
Yeah.
yeah.
that was a statement.
Yeah.
Let's go with is it a base of operations?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Is it on Earth?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I can't know what it
Yeah.
is.
On Earth, DC.
Are you a city?
No.
Okay.
Is it in America?
Yes.
Okay.
That at least narrows it down.
Yeah. Are you in a building? Like, is it a building of sorts?
Yes, it's a building.
Specific one building. Okay.
Yeah, one building.
Okay.
Word.
Does this place exist in the real world?
No. Not that I know of. Yeah.
Okay.
That was a good question. Okay.
Hmm.
Not a base operations. DC universe.
Not a city.
Not a city is a building. Batman could go if he wants.
Yeah.
Or Bruce also, not just Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not in the real world.
No, it's not.
Is this? Oh, do you got ones too? I don't want to go out of turn
No.
or anything.
I just went.
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
turn.
okay. Is this building majority specific to one character?
That's a good
No.
question.
Payton, are you on a gimbal?
No, it's just I'm on an iPad that's like automatically adjusting to my face.
That's
Face
cool.
tracker.
It's like it
Yeah.
follows. I've
It
been
is
noticing the
cool.
whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh god, it's my question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a base of operations, right? But is it a corporate owned building?
I like that question.
Not your definition of corporate owned, not like X Corp corporate owned, but I would say a corporation probably does own it. Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Interesting.
I'm gonna say no because that's just gonna confuse you. Yeah. It's not a corporate. Yeah, it's not a corporate
Okay.
owned.
It's not a business. It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not,
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Wayne Tower or something like that.
Yeah,
Like that.
it's
Okay.
not.
Yeah.
Okay. DC universe, not associated with a character. It's a building and it's not real.
I'm pretty sure it's
Is-
not used as a base of operations.
Yeah, not a
Right.
base
And
operation.
it's not. It's not mainly. towards
Is this
a single
building
character.
open to the public?
Not
question.
really. No. I would say like sometimes, but not mainly. No.
It's
Interesting.
tough because it's not specific to a single character either. So it's like,
I really, that question's tough because sometimes, but not usually. No.
If somebody guesses, is the game over?
No,
Yeah.
No, that's
that'll
just
just be
a
your
question.
question. Yeah, that'll just
Oh,
be.
okay, I gotcha.
Is it my question or?
Yeah.
All right. Are you in Washington, D.C.?
No.
There goes that.
I don't know why I had
My
to think
bad.
so hard. I know exactly where this is at. I don't know why I had to think about that.
are you in one of the main like DC cities?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it Arkham?
No.
Damn.
That was a good guess. That was a good guess.
It's not real. Shoot.
Yeah, that's what Arkham kind of met all of the
Yeah.
like qualifications, I think.
Man, this is tough.
Wait, okay. So places that aren't real.
And like
Mhm.
somewhat
So there's-
kind of open to the public, somewhat.
Right. I felt like
There's-
people could go in and visit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
Are we
maybe
allowed
there's
to,
like
like,
visiting
Help
hours.
each other, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're working
Talk amongst
together.
yourselves, yeah.
But Metropolis has a place that is not real, but I highly doubt it's the answer. Not real, but sometimes open to the public.
Is it?
Nah, sometimes that's weird. Is your location a government facility?
Yes.
All right, there we go. Finally
Oh.
narrowed it down a little. Government.
Are you
That's why you said corporate. It was like,
Yeah.
no,
Right.
but yeah.
Government
Are
facility in the DC
you-
universe. That's not real.
that's what I was kind
are
of
you
thinking. It's like,
are you in Star Labs?
That's a good guess.
Okay. What was the question I asked before? You said you are in a main DC city. Is that what you
Yes.
said? Okay, that's not my question. I couldn't remember what I asked last time.
All right, moving on.
Are you in Metropolis?
No. All right, last round of questions.
Why don't you be like Batman's closet or something like that? It's like,
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? Like,
Brandon would be in there. No, that would make sense.
Facts.
That would be somewhere Brandon would
Wrong.
be.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's
I'm
out
under
of the
Batman's
closet.
bed.
He's out of the
Yeah.
closet. I mean,
yo,
I'm in the top drawer of Batman's dresser. It's
there we
great.
go. Man,
where he
this-
keeps his condoms.
The back condoms.
no, Brandon is.
Brandon hands them to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am Batman's condoms. Is that what you're
Oh,
Somebody clip it.
Yeah.
The chance to get in Catwoman. Wait, did he say?
Wait a minute.
Who said
it's a little
that?
bit more valid.
Not much though. You're still kind of cooked, buddy.
All right.
Oh my.
I got something. Anyone else got something? I got a question.
I got
Whose
it.
turn is it?
It's yours.
It's yours.
It's yours.
Oh shit. Okay. Is it in Gotham?
Yeah.
That just threw me for a loop.
Same.
Government facility.
Not always open to the
a
public.
government facility
Ooh,
in Gotham.
wait. Yeah, it's in Gotham.
Ooh. Oh wait, never mind. They can't be that if it made you think that hard. Shoot. Is your place like prominent in the current DC comics?
And prominent to what sense? Like
is
in
it-
every issue, or
No, not like every issue, but like it's a place that's been visited, or like it's a prominent location in recent
it's
comics.
very routine. It's mentioned a lot in Batman comics. And they go there frequently. I'd say every now and then.
Okay. Government
no.
facility.
Actually, it recently has happened. Not recently, like the last 2 issues, but like in a recent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Government facility. That's what's throwing me for a loop. Government facility in Gotham.
That's open sometimes to the public.
Like, because I was thinking like
Sometimes.
Gotham PD, like the police department, but then like when he had to think about, is it in Gotham? Like for a second, like obviously,
Yeah.
like that would be a
I want to give y'all a hint, but I don't want to.
I've got a way I'm leaning, but like I don't know if that's gonna be, you know what I mean? Because I can't specifically think of what the name of it would be.
I can't.
If y'all give up, just it's fine.
I don't give up. Yeah, I have one more question. I'm trying to think of a question.
So this is just a general question. Does Leslie Tompkins have anything to do with an orphanage?
Like, I don't know. Oh,
I can't
think she
remember.
worked at the Wayne orphanage.
Well,
That's
he said it doesn't pertain to a singular character though.
Yeah.
So it's like
just so you don't waste the question on that. I didn't even know. Nothing to do with an orphanage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is where my head started going. You'll ever get
so
these?
lost.
No,
Sometimes.
usually they do. The only
Okay.
usually when I make it really hard, they don't.
But then he'll
like
get
when I did the sanctuary last time, like on the Christmas
that was
episode.
tough.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I don't either. Like I don't even know. What
I gotta guess.
question
Are you at Gotham City Hall?
That's what
No.
I was about to say. I'm
All
dead
right.
ass.
Well, I will say Payton was the closest with his Arkham guess. I am in Blackgate Penitentiary.
This guy picking the other jail in Gotham.
Yeah, government facility. He was just there, and the prisons are prison
Yeah.
break are.
I was not thinking. Dang, that didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah, open to the public sometimes. I thought
Yeah.
hard because I was like, wait, was it in Bloodhaven? And I was like, no, it's in Gotham. It's definitely in Gotham.
Yeah. Damn. All right.
So we're fighting in
in-
Blackgate Penitentiary.
Boom.
Wait, fighting? Why are we
Supply.
fighting? What's happening?
Because you like Injustice Superman.
Oh, right.
That's why we're fighting.
And you have bad Wi-Fi.
Yep. And your phone's on the ground now.
Brandon's not wearing pants. What?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, your mom just got up. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was good. That was quick. That was quick.
I can't
I
believe
forgot
this.
That was a good one.
All right, we're here with King of the Hill. We haven't done it in a while, but we're doing it for our special guest. I got powers. I got weaknesses. We're gonna draw them. We're gonna debate who wins.
Word.
First up,
Boom.
I'm gonna do Peyton first because he's up first on my thing.
Let's go.
Power first. Your first power is you can manipulate wood. What kind of wood? We have no idea.
I can already do that with mine. But
I knew somebody was gonna make the joke, bro.
I manipulate Noah's all the time. So I told you that. But your weakness is when you use your powers, you turn into a puddle of mud.
That's tough.
All right. That's quite the weakness right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that doesn't say. I'm not seeing many workarounds here. But
Nate, you're up. You can bring anyone dead back to life to fight for you, but they have to be from our world.
Okay. Oh hell yeah.
So you can't bring like a fictional character.
Well, yeah, but I bring like.
But your weakness is anytime you use your powers, a random bone in your body disappears.
Oh my god.
Disappears, bro.
All right.
One
All right.
move.
So pretty much I'm gonna be a pile
No
of
sign. No sign.
yeah, that's what we're in the
I'm
same
also-
boat.
Yeah, I'm also
We're
a
just
pile of mud.
slowly turning into a puddle of mud.
Yeah. I mean, first bone could be like my freaking femur.
Yeah.
I'm just done.
You can manipulate light,
Oh god. We're all right.
but your weakness is your eyes are extremely sensitive to light.
Oh jeez.
So bro's cooked.
Okay, so
Yeah.
bro has no power. Bro
Can't use his power. Yeah.
Noah, you have flight and strength. So
I swear, if I get my setup, bro, I'm
your weakness is you constantly have to poop.
That's
both of my horrible, yeah.
Those were both of my
We're
submissions, bro.
another pile of mud.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine flying and you're just
This is just a
Hey,
loose
man.
brown mess.
But see then Peyton's
It's kind of like a
camouflage.
propulsion.
He's
Kind of like
camouflaged,
it'll
though,
kind of
you
like
know what I'm
propel
Yeah,
you
true.
forward. Yeah. It'll be like a boost.
and then I have teleportation, but my weakness is
That's both of mine, I think.
I have insectophobia.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how.
Actually already have insectophobia. So
Fair
Okay.
enough.
it's not much of a
How,
difference
well,
there.
but how much is that hindering your day-to-day life, do you think?
If I see a bug, I run and scream.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably.
What about mud?
Hey, insects do like the mud.
That's
though.
true.
Insects be
Alright,
in
alright.
mud.
Yeah, that is true.
I think I
Wait.
win.
And they like
Do
poop, so
wait, so let me get this right. I just can't see the light I'm manipulating. Is that how I understood that?
No, it's
Well,
like you're
it
sleeping. Your eyes are
hurts.
yeah. It like hurts.
You're
So
blind,
if I just
basically.
like close my
So I
eyes,
guess
I'm
you're
not
just
seeing-
like you just can't.
And
look.
you
Okay,
just
word.
go like,
yeah.
So
you
I'm
can't
just gonna
look anywhere.
manipulate. I'm just gonna be throwing that shit around while blind. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it
See, but
hits
here's
one
my
of
thing.
y'all.
Here's my thing. Yes, I'm gonna lose every bone in my body. But do I have a limit to how many people I can bring back to life? I don't think
Nah.
use
so.
powers of random
Don't
bonus.
limit.
So like there, I could just kind of
Bring an army back, and then
You
just
have an
come in.
army of
like
yeah, of
everyone.
But that
I
being
just be like
said, you could-
everyone who ever died, and
You
then I
could lose
just
your
have.
skull and just die immediately.
Yeah, but then like they're still fighting for me though, so technically like my team still wins.
But it'll
Yeah,
just
but
be like
Noah's
one person,
flying
and you
through
could
them-
lose your
through them
skull.
with
You
like
know.
poop spraying out.
Yeah, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm like,
See, Noah's
But I mean,
weakness doesn't really hinder his
I got
powers,
like I got like
it's
a
gross.
I got like a million people. Like if I don't have a limit, if
You don't
there's
have a
no
million
limit-
bones.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like I die, but like my team would be alive.
you have
But
206
but you
bones.
can only
207 if you're watching
you get-
Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
you can only get as many people as bones you have, because once you run out of bones, you're dead. So you can't get any more people.
Okay.
But 200 people is quite a bit of people.
Yeah, I'm getting
True.
I'm getting
Okay,
how many more
200.
times can you
thing.
snap,
I'm getting
though?
200
Like,
like freaking like barbarians.
I guess
Or
I should've
just
done-
one,
but that's
and
also
like
like
you lose your
right,
skull.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
just
one,
teleporting
and your skull's
inside
gone.
of Noah.
I'll take
Okay.
that chance.
Yeah. Okay.
Bro, hold
That's
on.
crazy, but
Yeah.
okay.
Wait a minute.
No, I do
Wait a
think I do
minute.
think I do think I even though it's a hilarious weakness for Stu, I do think he might win, even though he's not going to look where like.
Well, I don't know,
Exactly,
because
like,
they're strong.
I'm gonna
but
have no
Noah,
bones.
Noah can fly and has super strength. Even though he's pooping, that's
Oh, I
still
guess
a
that's fair.
Superman
That's
level.
fair.
ability.
So that's what
But
I'm
also,
saying.
like,
He'll
That's
just
what I'm
fly
saying.
up.
get you when you're
I should have
teleporting.
elaborated when I said like constantly having to poop. I mean like you're like
Doubled over in pain, yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
Like,
you're
we're not
about
like
to, like-
teleporting. Y'all couldn't hit me. Stu's blind. He can't hit me.
how do you
Right.
know that I can't like just hit you by throwing that shit around?
I
Well,
got
I'll
you can-
teleport
you think
right
you can
underneath
got-
you.
because
What,
your
what if
aim's
you,
not.
what if you teleport right into a bug, bro? Then what are you doing?
Oh.
I'm just scared of the bug. It's not going to kill me. I'm just going to teleport
I'm
away.
bringing
Could
back.
kill
I'm
you,
bringing
could
back
kill you.
like 200 children. That and y'all are gonna kill a bunch of children.
Wait a minute.
Y'all are
No.
gonna kill a bunch of children.
No, I'm just gonna crap on.
I'm a
him, bro.
puddle of mud, so I tried to
I
throw
have
one
sex
stick,
phobia,
and now
not
I'm a puddle of mud.
children
Payton's like they just step on me, bro. Like
I'm
Yeah.
teleporting the children away to a safe location.
But you just have teleportation, like no super strength or like nothing. Like,
Yeah,
you,
but-
you have
You don't have,
teleportation,
you don't have
but you can't just like
durability. I can
easily.
teleport my hand into you.
Hold on, hear me out. I'm about to make an argument for
False.
Payton.
That would hurt you too, though.
What if-
If
what
you
if-
like
kill a pile of mud?
stopped
Exactly. You
How
can't
do you
kill
kill
a
a
pile of mud.
pile of mud?
Pile of mud.
You're
But-
not gonna kill that.
Oh,
What are you
so
gonna
he
do to
just
me?
exists as a
Especially
pile of mud?
no, because it's when he uses his powers, so he'll at least be able to use his powers once.
To do
Right,
what?
Okay, so there's
With the
that,
wood?
Yeah.
So like, theoretically,
He
It's
could
just
through the
literally
heart.
send
Who wouldn't
like
that kill?
wood,
Yeah,
wood
just
through
like-
the hearts.
Yeah.
and
But
then
just
Because
one.
manipulate wood, right? He could just like
Yes.
literally form wood and like literally just throw it at all of
Which
us.
I
and We'd
do.
be dead.
yeah, okay.
Well, I would just teleport away and he would just be mud then.
I think
Fair,
you're
but then-
overestimating your teleportation.
I'm
And
a
underestimating my
master
mud.
at it. Yeah, I'm a master.
Yeah, don't
at it.
under. Can he still like? Is he still like?
Conscious.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
like-
Sentient. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's-
sentient as mud.
Yeah.
So
And
then,
can I
so
stop-
then,
just
can
you
he?
stop
So
using
then,
the power
can
and
he
then I'm no
still
longer-
manipulate
yeah.
wood as mud? I would think so.
That's the
If
way
he's
up, if
sentient.
anything.
And
Yeah.
then you
Then
can
he can
make,
grow
and
mud-
then
he can
and then
grow
you
wood
can
out of his
create a
mud.
wooden body,
Exactly.
and then just put the mud like on it, and then
Now I like where you're going.
I think I got
like
Payton,
this.
bro.
His sentient
Yeah,
mud
I like
can be
this.
the blood of his wood body.
There you go. Or at least the brain. Like make a bowl.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Like a Panera bread bowl.
Panera bread bowl of wood and mud. Yeah. I like
There
it.
we go.
I'm with it. Yeah. But okay. Yeah, I don't think you can kill sentient mud. His
But
weakness
I got
is
like Genghis Khan on my squad,
True.
minus all the
and his
Dude,
whole
murder
squad.
and pillage.
You could
But
pull
you're
some
also just
crazy
kinda, like,
people
laying
from
on the ground.
history. Pull some
I feel like
crazy-
we're underestimating that Noah is basically Superman. He just poops.
Is he
Like,
Superman?
yeah.
or is he like? I mean, flight and super strength doesn't necessarily mean
True, he doesn't have super
Superman.
dirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Superman is like the pinnacle of that. So like,
Yeah.
I think Mud's got it.
Mud's hard to beat.
Yeah,
my
it is.
weakness
We don't have
turned
like
out to
if
be
we
my
had like
strength.
freeze
you're
ability.
like what? You
we could,
stab,
like,
you
freeze
punch
the
mud,
but
and he's what? You can't like you punch mud with super strength, and it's just gonna still be mud.
Splatter.
I would eat.
Yeah.
Wait, could I not just eat the mud?
What? No, there's bugs in it.
Are you
That's
got?
also-
Oh, okay, you're
Are
right.
you-
I
bugs
remember
in
there's
it.
gnats flying around it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, yeah,
You're right.
it's true.
Same
Alright.
with
But
Noah.
wait,
Noah's got like
Do
gnats
not
flying
use
around
his
him.
light
but
ability
also
to,
couldn't
to separate the mud.
just fly
Nice.
the mud up into like space or something. That's still alive mud. It's not. You can't kill that.
Yeah.
Sentient.
Mud doesn't breathe. Like
True. That's what I'm saying. It would freeze,
That's what I'm saying, but no freeze abilities. Yeah, I guess
but
mud's
if
got
you
it.
took it through the atmosphere.
You literally your power doesn't. It's your weakness that wins it for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
actually
That's
it's not
crazy.
even a weakness.
That's
He
crazy.
trained long
I
and
guess
hard
the
to
guy
earn
from
that
Sky
weakness.
High had the right idea.
There we go. He's like,
Turn into a puddle.
boom,
Well, there you have it. Our guest wins.
Mud man
I like it.
with
Yeah.
the dub.
Mud
But
man.
if
Let
you
us
guys
think in the comments.
but yeah, if you guys disagree watching at home, let us know who you think is taking the dub.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think Muddy
Sure.
Woods got it.
Yeah.
I think he does.
Muddy Wood.
That was my
Muddy
nickname in high
Wood.
school.
Muddy Wood.
It's gonna be my rapper name.
Jeez. All right. Well, what else we got left?
We
I
got a
believe we
draft.
have a draft.
Draft.
All right. Well,
Draft.
since we have someone of a
I have my
someone really
picks.
really old on the pod here,
Oh,
we're gonna do a
the
nice
born in the-
movie
the ni-
draft.
Born in the
Dude.
90s.
Born in the 1900s, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What's the draft order? What did we just
What was
do?
Y2K like, bro?
Yeah.
It's crazy. That was kind of wild, you know.
Yeah.
It's, yeah. I remember people being scared.
What was it
They're
like?
like,
being
all
at
the
the
computers.
2000s
I was like, I
parties
don't
on New
even. I was-
Year's?
yeah, well, that's what they're like. Everybody's like, all the computers. I was like, what computers? I was like, where are
Yeah,
they?
it was like you were
Yeah,
still
we
talking
had
on the
one.
brick phone, right?
Yeah, we had.
You
my
still
mom had
dial in.
that. It was a bag phone, so it would slide into the console of the car, and then
Oh,
he'd
there
pull
you
it
go.
out and like pull the antenna out, and you know,
The 90s must have been crazy, bro.
it was
awesome.
wild. Yeah, I was only like 5 by the end of it, but it was pretty nuts.
That's
5 years
It was
into
pretty
college,
nuts, bro.
Oh, jeez.
All right, so a movies draft, but it has to be movies from the 90s.
Yes.
I don't have a draft order, so I'm just gonna pull our powers out of a hat.
Word.
Okay.
Okay,
Give me first.
All
the
right.
'90s kid doesn't get first.
No,
No, because you're too knowledgeable on the
Yeah.
subject, bro. You're
That's
too-
true. Okay,
you
that's
know.
fair.
Anyone
Got
get
a,
there?
I got an advantage. I
We're
lived
doing a
it.
snake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake draft.
Snake draft. All right.
How long does it take to grab a piece of paper, Brandon?
Well, I had to. Well, they were morphed together, like the powers. I had to take all the powers out. All right. First draft pick goes to manipulating lights, Stu.
Boom.
Second draft pick goes to bring anyone back to the dead. That's going to be Nate. Third goes to Noah with flight and strength. Fourth goes to me with teleportation. And then Payton, you got last.
Fifth,
So-
that's
but
not
you
bad
get
though,
two
because then you
picks.
get 2 in a row.
You get
Yeah,
two
yeah,
picks,
that's
though.
true. I get back to back. So I got to think about that.
Brrr.
Me,
Boom.
Payton.
Stu kicking
Perfect.
off with the official 90s movie draft.
All right, first up, I'm taking one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm taking The Truman Show.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Oh,
Dang,
That's
I
extremely
word,
fucked
word.
up.
had it.
That's extremely
Word.
fucked up that you just
That's a
did
good one, though. That's
That
a
was
good
going to be
one.
my
That
one.
was a good one.
That's my one. That's fucked up.
I
Also,
had it
one of my
like
favorite
3,
movies of
so-
all time.
Upsetting, but we'll take
Well,
it.
okay. Then I guess. Ah, man, I don't want that to get taken, but I hope maybe it's not going to get taken. So I'm going to hold off, and I'm going to take with my first pick. I'm taking Fight Club.
Word.
Okay, yeah.
Word.
Fair pick. Yeah.
My
Wait,
turn.
we're not supposed to talk about that.
What?
You broke the one rule.
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk about.
Oh, I'm taking. I'm
I'm
taking that one movie.
I'm
Alright.
gonna go The Crow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna go
good.
The
That's
Crow.
good.
Matt,
I was
Matt
wondering
would
if
really
topical,
Matt would
too.
really love that pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go The Crow.
Shout out Matt. I'm thinking Forrest Gump.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Word.
Yeah, I knew I'd go early.
I thought that movie was a true story until I was about 16, 17 years old.
Fair
I
enough.
was
Bubba Gump.
running.
Little Gup Shrimp is real.
Yeah.
It
Bubba
is.
Gump.
We have one here in Florida.
There you go.
Bump Gump Shrimp Boat. You're
Are you
my-
forced?
my go?
In Destin.
Yeah, you're up.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yeah, you
Okay,
got
Got the
Shawshank
back-to-back.
Redemption.
Nice.
Cannot believe it made it this far, but here we are.
two. Hey,
The
that was
film
my
bros
number,
are
that
gonna
was
be
my
happy
number
about
two.
that.
That was my number two.
Yeah. I could easily see that. Let's see here what I'm going to go with for my number two. God. Okay.
A lot of good picks, man.
There are a lot of good picks, and the one I'm leaning towards is like I think a lot of people would like agree with it, but it's like should that go at 5? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
But I'm gonna go with The Lion King, man. I think it's
Dude,
a timeless
yeah,
classic.
not-
I think
dude,
it's such a good
dang.
movie.
It
I think
is.
it's such a good
I
movie.
had that on my list. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I love it. One of, if not my favorite animated.
And it
movie.
gives me, film bro people and Disney people
There
in
you
two
go.
picks. So
True.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm taking another classic from my childhood. I'm taking Jurassic Park.
W.
Nice.
that's good. Yeah, it's real good.
It's Noah.
My turn.
Mm.
Let's go. Batman Returns.
This guy. You could have taken that last.
Yeah, dude.
No,
one
y'all are
was taking that
sleeping.
atrocious
Dude, y'all
No,
are
it's
movie.
so
good. It's good.
sleeping.
But I wasn't gonna take that. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
Take that.
No.
I knew.
It's
I
good.
think
It's
funny
fun.
too that Noah asked beforehand. Is like, is this only comic book movies? And we were like, no. And then he's just picking comic book movies.
No.
Was
What's
back to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. I'm glad I took Fight Club then instead of this because now I could secure Blade.
Word.
Yeah,
Personal reasons, man. Personal reasons. I need Blade.
that's fair.
Do I go back to back here or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was Goodfellas taken?
No.
Oh
No.
yeah,
Let's
no.
go.
Damn.
And then my second choice was Goodwill Hunting taken.
Ah,
you're good, you're
I
good.
was
Good
just
pick.
gonna do that one. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Good picks.
Shit. Okay. Back to me. I'm gonna go with. Damn. All right. I got Fight Club. I got Blade. Let's keep it bloody, man. Let's go Saving Private Ryan.
W.
Great one.
That's good.
Great one.
That's really good.
Good pick.
All
That's
right,
solid.
let's see. Give me.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm gonna take the Green Mile.
Great
Ah,
movie.
nice.
All right. I'm stuck here. I got two sci-fi films that I'm not sure which one I want to take. I'm gonna go The Matrix.
W.
Damn it.
Okay.
Great
Yeah.
take.
Good
Great
pick.
take.
Did I go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. Am I back? Am I back to back again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is how a snake draft works, I assume. Damn. All right. I feel like all of the like classics from the '90s that I like really. Oh, hold on. Did A Few Good Men come out in the '90s?
I think
No
so.
idea.
Ooh.
Fact
You,
check
I
that
mean,
for me.
you tell us.
Yeah,
I know, right?
You saw all these in theaters, bro. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
Let's
A
see.
Few Good Men at 4.
Good men.
Bro,
Oh,
have
you
these on
got it, Noah?
VHS
I bet.
Yeah, I got you.
or cassette, whatever it is y'all watch.
1992. A Few
Boom.
Good Men.
Okay, yeah, nice. All right, that was a solid one. I needed that because I needed a good like film pick. Because this next one is going to be Happy Gilmore.
Oh, I wanted that one.
It was on my
Damn.
list.
Big.
Yeah.
Damn, great pick. Damn.
There's so many good ones left. I'm not gonna take any film bro picks because I don't.
'Cause you're weird.
I'm probably one of my favorite rom-coms. I'm going 10 Things I Hate About You.
Word.
Damn. Also, let me ask real quick: how many picks do we get?
5.
Okay, thank God.
So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So my turn, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the Iron Giant.
Ooh,
Oh, that's so
that's a
good.
good pick.
That's a solid pick.
That's a
Maybe
great
best
one.
Superman movie ever made.
Back to me.
Get away.
Yeah.
Man.
My cat's
I got
Steal it.
one more pick. Okay.
This is tough. Did anyone take Toy Story?
Nah.
Nah, bro.
No.
Was Toy Story? Yeah,
Oh,
I guess it was like
boom.
99, wasn't it? Yeah.
I'm taking Toy Story.
Yeah.
The first
Yeah,
one was
hell, might be
97.
Yeah, I'm
97.
taking
Second
Toy
one was
Story.
Okay, yeah.
Second one was 99.
Damn, that was good. That was solid.
Let's
yeah,
go.
I forgot 2 of them came
Do
out.
your
in the
last
90s.
2 picks.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
For Stu, yeah, because he's got 2
Yeah,
back to
I
back.
gotcha, yeah. Snake draft.
All right. I don't think anyone is taking it. I'm taking the first Scream movie.
Dang it, bro.
Damn, bro.
Oh
was
my
my last
Yeah,
gosh.
that's good.
It was just about to
Dang
come
it.
back to me.
Dang it.
And then I could pick an amazing movie, but I'm going with classic Home Alone.
All
Okay,
right.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah,
That was my next one as well. So thank you for that, Stu. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
It does narrow it down for me, though.
Man, back to me already. This is tough.
There's a really good movie no one's taken yet. I'm shocked.
Yeah,
about
I have it. I think
I'm
we think
about, I'm
the same
about
one.
to. I think.
The one the film bros will love.
I think so.
Hey,
With my last pick, man, this is tough. Because there's a couple I want to take.
For real.
But I'm doing this one. I'm doing this one for me. Give me Hoop Dreams.
Word.
Okay.
great movie.
Word.
Hoop Dreams, baby.
Nice.
Let's go.
All right, so my last pick, I'm going Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Heck yeah.
All right. All right.
All right. I was gonna do this one for me, but I think I'm just gonna take the good pick and I'm gonna go Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Damn.
Lame.
The movie,
That's fair.
Nah,
the movie I was talking about was Seven, bro. I'm shocked.
Wow, Brad
I
Pitt.
thought 7, but I just don't like 7 that much.
Or
You know what I mean?
or
Maybe it's-
Sixth Sense, right? That was the 90s.
No, I think that was 2000.
Oh, was it?
What
Okay,
movie?
I thought Sixth Sense was 90s.
Oh.
It may have been 90s. I don't know. But is it my pick?
Yeah, your last pick.
Okay, Tombstone, greatest Western ever made. So
Dang.
W.
yeah.
All
I'm
right.
surprised no one took Friday.
I was debating
Yeah,
between
Friday's
I was
good.
debating
Friday's-
between Friday, Boys in the Hood, and Hoop Dreams.
Yeah.
And I was
Friday.
like,
Varsity
my
Blues also.
for me pick was gonna be Small Soldiers, but I wanted to round out the list.
I love Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers was so good.
Yeah.
Fair
Same with Indian in the Cupboard. I loved Indian in the
dude,
Cupboard.
that's a classic.
Facts, bro.
That's
I
a
think that was
classic.
80s though.
The
80s.
Varsity
It-
Blues was still left on the board. That was another one. that I
Ah,
thought about
dang,
taking.
yeah.
Oh, so was my two sci-fi, Matrix or Men in Black. That was what I was stuck with.
Men in Black.
You know what?
Yeah.
Black, yeah, I had that on there.
And then
I wasn't
Titanic
thinking
as
of,
well.
Edward Scissorhands either. I just saw
Yeah.
that on here.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a
The
good
Nightmare
one.
Before Christmas.
That's
That's
when-
another one that was.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many movies we could
But I always
have.
had it animated. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was
I
doing
was
it
Y'all
like
at home,
that.
then y'all gotta let us know
I
what
love
movies
it.
did we miss out on.
Hey,
If you're watching
I
this, let us know.
My next pick was going to be the OG Ninja Turtles, bro.
Yeah.
You
That's a
know
great
that
one.
was '89 though, wasn't it?
No, the first one was
Uh-oh.
90. First one was 90.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Better
pick
than
Batman 1989.
Oh, dude, Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
I almost
Yeah.
took that. Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Best
After he
Batman
picked,
movie ever made, in my
Batman
opinion.
Returns, I almost did Batman Forever because
Well, I got Blade, so I won.
y'all vote who had the best
Yes,
draft.
let us know in the
best
comments who had the
list.
Let 'em
best
know
draft,
what
and let
was
us know your top 5. Let us know your top 5 90s movies. I gotta know. But what else we got? Anything else we want to
I think
discuss?
I'm solid.
Yeah.
Well, then-
I
I'm
think
rock
so.
hard.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go. Manipulating wood.
Muddy Wood.
All right, well then, but then before we wrap this up, I want to give Payton a big thank you for coming on and joining us, and I want to give you
Yeah.
a quick second if you want to shout out All Star one more time. If there's anything else you're working on, any social medias you want to plug, go for it.
Yeah, no. I mean, I appreciate you guys for having me on. Most of you who are listening probably know I'm on TikTok too. Tony Stark. I'm posting a lot more on YouTube recently. In the last month or so, just got monetized over there. So if you guys want to see all my stuff in more of a long form, I'm gonna try and push harder at that. I've also got some other stuff in mind for what I'm going to do with my YouTube and everything going forward. Maybe some creator interviews and stuff. But
Awesome.
but yeah, just check those out. On Instagram and Twitter too. But I don't care if you follow me there. But yeah, no. The Kickstarter. That's the big thing is Kickstarter for issue 2. All Star, I would call my life's work at this point. So if you guys want to keep All Star alive and check out what I think is a pretty cool coming of age story and everything, kind of goes back to the classics a little bit, but is a modern story in and of itself. I would highly appreciate if tomorrow, those of you listening on Sunday, if you go back to Kickstarter. So
yes, 100%. And everything
I'll
you just
love you
said,
forever.
all those links are going to be down in the description. So definitely check him out. Definitely, if you want to support us, support him by going to the Kickstarter and showing him love and everything like that. Because trust me, it's going to be worth it. You guys,
And want to pick up issue 1 before you do the Kickstarter for issue 2. It's in TikTok Shop. It's on comicbookdirect.com too, right?
Yes, it is. And also, so we're doing these different bundles with the Kickstarter to where, like, if you haven't read issue 1, you can get 1 and 2 together. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And do like a catch-up package. Oh, and also, I might as well say, because the Kickstarter hasn't yet. So since Friday, I've been running, I call it the All-Star 1-for-1 special. So if anybody wants a digital copy of All-Star #1 and, want to know if you want the story and don't want to buy the physical book before you like find out whether or not you like it and go to back to Kickstarter, I'm taking payments on like Cash App and Venmo and stuff. And like, I'm just emailing everybody issue 1 of All-Star for $1. So I mean, I think that's
yeah,
it breaks down that like cost barrier essentially to keep you from becoming a fan of the character. So
exactly, that's really cool.
Boom.
And if you're a fan of Payton's or mine, we will be at New York Comic Con in October.
So, we will
Boom.
see us roaming the floor doing interviews.
Laid in wood.
Yeah, lay in the wood.
Watch out for the puddles, bro.
Well, Payton, thanks for coming on, man. It was a great time.
Hey, no, thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome.
Really, it's always fun. I appreciate it.
100%.
You guys are the best. Yeah.
And you're even better. But with that being said, thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Hall of Nerds podcast.
Make sure you tune in next week for a new episode.
Nerd on. Payton?
Nerd out.
There you go.
Hey,
Let's go.
Let's go.